So, previously on Raiders of Novus, you took some time within the lava cave to plan your actions when entering back into the mech room and possibly facing off against Victor. A well thought out plan was enacted, and you successfully cast Modify Memory on Victor to lead him to believe that your previous conversation in the mess hall went differently, and he is now friendly towards you. He agreed that after everyone takes a break, that everyone left in the Trouvaille Infernium would go back to the SGO within Tel Noro, including the vendors. You found out that the vendors hired by the Chainless are an offshoot of the Underhill Caravan Company. Xander reached out to Thask, letting him know who was on the way. It was agreed that Xander would teleport everyone back to Tel Noro, but he would need to take a long rest first. Blackstar went to investigate the cave, and with the help of the rest of the group, managed to convince the vendors within the Hall of Provisions to leave. Clovis went and made his peace with Perrin Hilburn in the jail cell. Perrin ultimately decided to head to Tel Noro with Victor. While some of the group took their long rest, Razir and Blackstar kept an eye out for the cyborg, which did begin its rampage through the areas that it can reach. You looted the barracks and got some money. You discussed briefly whether or how to handle the acid, whether or not or how to handle the acid room, but did not go to investigate it. Blackstar and Razir had their montage of ransacking the rest of the base, looking for cool things to loot. But that is where we pick back up. Those who chose to take a long rest do complete it. The cyborg continues to rage on in another part of the base, out of sight and earshot. And as you all gather in the mech room adjacent to Victor's office, all the NPCs prepare to embark for their new journey. The feeling of almost completion washing over you, having taken down this third chainless base, this feeling begins to sink in. And as you all stand in this room, this epic music beginning to build in the background that's totally not fitting for this moment, what would you like to do?
All right. Well, I can cast teleportation circle whenever. So
Might want to
Wrap
message
up
Thask one more time. Now that you're rested up, you probably can do that real quick.
sure.
Give him an idea of how many are coming through and whatnot,
Yeah.
and
I thought
and who and all that. You kind of gave him the heads up, but that was hours ago at this point.
Sure. By this point, by the end of the long rest, Tim, like all the people doing their rounds, would they have like come back and we would have either selectively killed them or like they joined our cause?
Oh,
Yeah, Victor said he was gonna go interact with them when they came back.
Yep. So there wasn't anybody left in the base alive except for the Jeffrey, the one chainless. But there was
Yeah.
the group from the end of the canyon that once no one came to get them for their bout of being their turn to come back to the base. They did find their way back, we'll say, over this time, and then had a conversation with Victor, and they were all a little more on the loose side of the chainless, and they were convinced to turn away from
Sure.
what they were doing.
Okay.
So there's another dozen individuals that were to go through. So in total, you've got
Sure.
I don't know, it's like 20 or 25 people going through, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Okay. And then really quick, because the merchants generally said they have a caravan that'll come and pick them up. I forget if we clarified, was that a caravan that was run by the Underhill group, or was that, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Basically, their supply caravan.
Yeah. So did they reach out and tell that caravan about the change, or?
We'll say over the course of the time you were taking your long rest, they managed to get word to
Sure.
whoever's in charge, told them that they were going to Tel Noro, and so that the caravan company would go and pick them up at Tel Noro.
Okay. Then once I have a head count, I'll send a message to Thask.
You
Which
can just you can just say
yeah,
you
I
send the message, and you don't have to RP it if you don't want to.
okay. Yep. I send a message, tell them the head count, merchants, couple of soldiers, and then special guest arrivals of oh my god, why am I blanking right now? Clovis's friends.
Mhm.
But yeah, I will start casting the teleportation circle, which only takes a minute.
Okay.
So I will mark down message and we're sending.
And only
teleportation
because I don't
circle.
remember, hasn't been that long ago, but I don't remember where was the circle in Tel Noro? It was in the SGO, right?
It was in the
Yep.
SGO.
Was it in the
Building?
the building?
Yeah.
Or it was? Was it in what's his face's office? Jericho's office?
Somewhere. I don't know if we ever
Yeah.
expounded on exactly what room.
I know we had it
It
somewhere.
was somewhere in the compound.
I want
and
to
it wasn't.
yeah.
I don't think it was in the basement underground area.
No.
But
I just don't-
I don't think we went over details on where it was. I think we just said somewhere in the SGO would be a good spot for one to be cast and maintained.
Oh, right. Okay. So there wasn't one like a permanent teleportation circle that you could go to.
No,
This
it's
was something
casted at the
being-
top
No,
every
not-
day.
Not yet. It's permanent as long as somebody's casting it every day. After the year, then it stays permanently on its own because
Gotcha.
it'll last for the day.
Okay. So like the one that Xander is casting right now lasts for the day.
Yeah, the circle itself will be here for the day. If somebody knew this code, they could teleport here with teleportation or
Gotcha.
this spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Red King appears in the. No, I'm just joking.
Of course,
Exactly. Yep.
great time to do that when half the players aren't here.
Exactly. Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah. So go through the process of drawing out your teleportation circle. Victor says his last goodbyes. Perrin kind of waves to Clovis. Are there any last words needing to be exchanged or wanting to be exchanged from Clovis to Victor on his way out?
I feel like fine. Went over it.
That's fine.
Goodbye. Tell him, remember about the poly jumpers.
Remember about the puddle jumpers. Right,
Don't forget
right.
the puddle
Of
jumpers.
course. And he just kind of gives you the salute and steps backwards like he's gonna. No, he doesn't because he's in his. He's taking his mech through, right? So he in the mech does the like he's gonna do a trust fall with the mech and then realizes, oh wait, I can't do that in this thing, and then turns around and steps through the teleportation
Goes
circle.
through the floor in
Yeah.
the SGO.
Right.
Yeah.
Falls through, destroys the teleportation circle. Everybody gets cut in half as they're trying to go in behind him. Anyways.
Sparks fall, everyone dies.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So everyone heads off, including Tassara, who thanks all of you because she was following along with that group and she didn't help a lot, but she did help to an extent. She wasn't here as an NPC for very long, but she was meant to be a more meaningful NPC. Had you gone to the barracks first, once you got
Yeah, we
into the
kinda just
Trouvaille
skipped
Infernium,
that.
she would have certainly had
Went
much more of a part to
All
play.
the way around it.
You literally avoided her at all costs and then found her
Last
is
room we went.
pretty much last. Yep.
Yeah.
But she was tied up on a bed. She couldn't even come out if she wanted to. So, yep. She was definitely meant to be a little more significant. Anyways, everyone's gone. They step through, and they. I'm assuming they have a certain amount of time to step through, and then the effect is gone. Like the circle's still
Yeah,
there,
the
but
initial-
It
I think the
costs
initial portal stays up for like, was it a minute or one round or something? It's not a super
It's-
long time.
I thought it was one of
so let's see.
Teleportation circle. The duration does say
It's
1 round.
A shimmering portal opens within the circle you drew and remains open until the end of your next turn.
So
everybody
basically,
better be ready to
everyone
go.
has to run. Go.
Yeah. That's right. We
I
can
mean,
add a little
A
flavor
mech
to it.
plus 20 people could probably fit relatively well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he can
Pile
carry
through
some
quick
people
enough.
in.
yeah,
Yeah, and they all kind of rush through. They all have like their crates and bags and all kinds of stuff slung over their shoulders, and people with stuff on their heads, just kind of making their way through. And one of them kind of lags behind for a second, and the portal like is about to close, and Xander probably
Oh,
just
come on!
and then makes it through right at the end. And you have
Oh,
an
that
entirely-
butcher. It's a
Yeah,
weird one.
You have the
These
Trouvaille Infernium completely to yourselves. You've cleared it out. There is no one left here except for a rampaging cyborg in the other room.
That was weird. Every time someone went through, I felt like I got like chills. Like my hair stood up.
Is that like supposed to happen with that spell, or
I don't know. I mean, magic's just one of those things. I feel like.
Did you mess it up? And since you're getting chills, it's because you sent them like up north to next room where it's cold. So you get
Oh,
chills.
don't even. Don't
did
even.
you dial the
don't even
wrong
joke
number?
about it. Don't even joke about it. I can only imagine how my family would react.
Yeah. Not to mention all them people you sent through being not exactly where they thought they were going.
Yeah, and you're from like a rich family, so I assume they have cards and stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, we would be able to probably get them back to Telnora one way or another, but that would be embarrassing. That would be a really bad look. Oh. Anyway, what do we want to
who
do
wants-
about this big thing?
Sorry, bro.
I mean, I think we stick with the plan.
Just
Let it
let
starve out rather than tussle with that thing and risk a problem. Sounds like it was pretty tough. I mean, if they had to cage it up and whatnot, and it busted right out of there, I don't know if we don't need to deal with it, is what I'm saying. And so I'd rather not.
Yeah, but I mean, with all of us here at full power, we could surely do it, right? Black Star, Garen, and Darrow?
I was gonna say Black Star's not here to tease you about
They all just
sending them to the wrong
nod
place.
silently.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's all head nods.
So, want to do some reading while we wait for it to starve out?
I mean, I don't even know if we need to stick around. Was there
I
anything
mean-
else we wanted to do here?
The office
The Office.
That's true.
with Michael Scott.
I would.
Michael Scarn.
I think The Office could be helpful.
Take a look at least.
Yeah. Let's go.
So how messed up my mind was before, even more than it is now.
Just a glimpse into how dark my mind is.
No, not dark, just messed up.
Okay. Yeah. So the game is paused. I don't know where your tokens are, but you go over to
I'm all off in the wrong room.
the doorway. Yeah, we're not worried about the tokens that are here, but the doors
Slot.
unlock to Novus. And it's a pretty small office. It's finely kept. Somebody can't move through walls.
Mind your
Um,
business.
You're not like those shameless guys who just move through the walls to get.
So there's bookshelves lining the left and right hand side. There's an inkwell, very finely made, like handmade inkwell with a quill in it. A bottle of booze on the desk as well. Books on the left and right hand side. You turn on your magic eyes and there are no magical items inside of the office. There is a singular book on the desk. Looks like a journal. Does not have a label on the binding or otherwise, but there is a dragon's head kind of painted on the front of the book. And, you know, Clovis, having regained a good amount of his memories, or like remembering the memories, but like not like they were his own, but remembering that they happened and kind of taking ownership of some of that from before.
I guess
You do
getting a constant weird feeling of deja vu.
Exactly. Yep. So you know this is it's the journal that was left behind, and it is your journal. And picking it up and looking at it, on the inside, It was a journal
Not
that
my
was
fan.
written and kept by Victor, even though it's Clovis's journal. Let me get to my notes here real quick. I'm just gonna give you a few like little excerpts. The second entry in the journal just says Victor writing. Clovis insisted I note that. We confirmed the route beneath the old temple is real and usable. The passage leads where the Chainless claimed it would lead, and the remnants of Saravax are there. Most of the body is long dead, stripped down to bone, and whatever power is still clinging on. But there is still something there. The heat is strong. The air pressure shifts when we least expect it. Equipment reacts before anyone touches it. And then Clovis in the margin. That is better. Also, most of the body is doing a lot of work there. She is a giant dragon skeleton in a hole. Write that. We ran the first cable through without it burning out. That alone justifies coming here. And then another note from Clovis. It justifies staying here. Coming here was still a bad decision. There are many, many, many more entries which I painstakingly wrote, thinking that this may be one of the ways that the information was revealed to you should conversations have gone differently. But essentially, throughout all the entries, it's more detailed accounts because it was primarily written by Victor, and then Clovis's handwriting in the cliff notes below it, kind of correcting what Victor says every step of the way, and kind of making fun of him for making a spelling error or his calculations were slightly off, and Clovis being a general troll in the comments, as they say. And there's like just tons and tons and tons of entries that are through here, but they just confirm everything that you've already learned previously by talking to Victor and others in the base. The only important, it's not really important, it's more of just like story lore stuff that's kind of ties everything together a little bit. Let's see here. Actually, maybe there are some important things in here.
I'd be curious if there was anything about the mutant, the cyborg,
Okay.
in the notes, and like what this, where did we learn about this crystal thing that's in its cage, wherever that was, but to more any more notes on that, those two things.
Yeah, what's your name? Ara told us about it.
Yeah. Either way, those would be my curiosities out of this notebook, of if there's any info on the cyborg's capabilities, what this stone is, if we want to stick around to actually try and get that, or try and deal with the cyborg in some way. Some cheesy way.
I mean, I could just read some of this. I'm not going to copy paste all of this, but so as far as like what you're asking about, there isn't any direct comment on the cyborg. Just there's some comments about the original experiments, which started with I think it's Hrethi is the name of the cyborg, and just that it went poorly and that they had to make drastic changes because it was their first attempt to harness the power that they were getting from Saravax into their subjects, and they just like picked this one random guy out of the caldera, which there was actually, reading through this journal, many more individuals who were just like random bandits out in the caldera that were, I mean, that's chainless, right? They'd grab random people and do experiments on them, right? So that's what they were doing. They thought that this crystal shard that was tossed into the cave was going to be some way of balancing the evolution that was going on from the cyborg. And it did help to tone it down in some way, but was not a permanent fix. And so instead of trying to defeat it and possibly losing men in the process, The Clovis makes reference to wanting to blow it all up, but that could destabilize the structural integrity of the base and everything, and so they decided just to keep it fed and kind of locked away. And they used a lot of the people that were failed experiments to, like, their body parts to feed this Cyclops, keep it at restful. Chainless believed that they could do more than study what remained of Ceravax. They believed that they could use it. They thought there was enough left of Ceravax, and with the right methods, could be used to power an army, which is kind of what they did, but in a different way. They were originally intending on trying to bring dragon eggs to this location and bring them back from non-functioning inert dragon eggs. But then they quickly found out that there was not enough power to do something like that, so the focus shifted to adding to the army, but in a different way. And Clovis and Victor were happy to be part of that engineering of these mechs. One of Victor's notes is talking about some of the people that were tortured during some of the initial experiments, and Victor wrote, one of them appeared stable for nearly 4 minutes before his bones gave out under the strain. Clovis writes as a correction, 5 minutes. It was 5 minutes. If we are writing this down, write it down correctly. Also, appeared stable is generous. He was smoking. Bordeaux modified the regulator frame again. The new design is ugly, but it works better than the original. Clovis says, "Thank you. The revised intake valves have improved control over initial transfer. We are still losing subjects, but not as quickly." And then Clovis also added, "Still not good, and for anyone reading this after we're both dead, just less bad." Clovis also repurposed the Mysium apparatus to bleed off excess surge power from the cables before full collapse of some of the people that were being experimented on. So the Mysium apparatus for a time was being used before they came up with a more permanent solution to there being an overload of power, which was why people were smoking and catching on fire and dying. He was like funneling it into the Mysium apparatus, which was able to kind of harness, because I mean it's kind of to an extent loosely connected to Ceravax, so it had the ability to do that. Victor comments, "I didn't think that the device would hold up under repeated use. It has." And then Clovis responds, "Because I fixed it."
Xander's reading through these and he's like, "Dude, you sucked."
You have no idea. I have so many of these written down in here, but I'm not going to go. It's all quips. It's all quips. Victor's like talking about something. Clovis chimes in and he's like, "Because I'm better than you, because of this or that or whatever." Oh, the Chainless want soldiers who can carry elemental force into battle. At present, all we have proven is that people die faster when set between Ceravax and a machine. Clovis responds, "That is the first honest sentence you have written in 3 days."
Wow, holy.
Man.
Anyways, all right. I'm not gonna. I mean, we actually do
Hostile
have a lot of
work
time, but I'm
environment.
not gonna. I could sit here. There's like 43 entries that I wrote in here because
Wow.
like, it's all about different kind of minutia type subjects. I thought maybe if somebody asked something, I could go and find one, and then it would be funny. But
Yeah,
it is what it is. Towards the end, All right, I'm gonna read the last. Oh, that's so many. I'm gonna give the cliff notes. I'm not gonna read all that. Victor mentions work has shifted. We're no longer trying to create soldiers out of captives. The Chainless have accepted that approach is inefficient. All effort is now focused on mechs. Metals are being shipped in from an Iron V. Bordeaux has been indispensable in translating the old structure into something the Forge teams can actually reproduce. He is harder to work with by the day. Clovis responds because every room in this place smells like burnt hair and bad decisions. And here we go. So then Victor acknowledges that Clovis has changed, and that it feels like Clovis has started to sabotage some of the things that are going on in here, and Victor is not entirely certain why. And then Victor says Bordeaux is gone. He entered the chamber wing alone sometime during the night. By the time the guards got the doors open, one of the transfer rigs was wrecked. Half the records in that room had been burned, and the museum apparatus had been overloaded badly enough to throw molten fragments across the floor. There was blood. There was enough fire damage that recovery was impossible. Nobody worth identifying was found. The simplest explanation is that he finally broke, destroyed what he could, and killed himself in the process. I do not know what he lost himself, only that he is dead. The remaining notes have been collected. The salvageable parts of his apparatus are being kept. And then the mech... and so there's no response from Clovis, because at this point Clovis is not there. So this is after Clovis had left. The mech project is now ahead of schedule. Once we stop trying to force Cerevax's power into living bodies, progress improved quickly. The old frame from the... I don't need to read all this. Machines... The first completed line is finished. The second is ready for final calibration. The third is close behind. The army is almost ready. Not perfectly, not elegantly, but it works. Bordeaux would not have been happy with my decisions. Machine frame solved that. We did not fail. We changed methods. Orders came through this morning. The mech force has been completed, and we sent and sent. It says west. It should say north toward River, where it will link up with the larger army being assembled for the Red King. Escort reports say the column is making good time across the caldera. Trouvaille Infernium has done its job. The temple gave us the way in. The wreck gave us the frame. Cerevax gave us the power. The forge teams and the shipments from an Iron V gave us the rest. Clovis is dead. The old experiments are finished. The work is cleaner. I do not expect anyone reading this to care how we got here, only that we finished, and we did. Signed, Captain Victor Galoy. And that is the end of the journal. So he did make journal notes right up until the end, and then it seemed like when you guys arrived, there wasn't anything left to do, so they were just manning their post, as he said. But he completed his mission and did make the assumption that Clovis was dead because of what he left behind in his wake. So there was that element of surprise when he saw Clovis again. So, but maybe he didn't fully believe that Clovis was dead, so that's why he wasn't in such shock when he came in and saw you.
He believed it enough to write it in the journal.
Right. Some of the quips from Clovis are pretty funny. I have
no, it is.
Someday. Well, I'll have to. I mean, there's like 30 something more of them that we're not looking over, so maybe someday. Anyways. Apart from that, in this office, there isn't any other... There's lots of research about mechanical engineering. There's information, maybe like one book on... or like some notes from the Underhill Caravan Company about their weapons and to allow for repair of them because they were given to the Chainless Army to fight with, at least at this location. Research on Cerevax... and really nothing else of note.
You mentioned something like when he found that the aftermath of Clovis's meltdown, let's call it, like pieces of the museum apparatus. Would we find any of that, or you cleaned it up?
Pieces of the museum
or was
apparatus?
it even the actual? It might have been like they thought it was the museum apparatus,
Oh, yeah.
but
No, that's most likely. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it didn't
Wasn't
actually like
actually-
shatter
you took
or
it.
break or anything like that. You took it with you when you left. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well,
wait for the big
This
guy
place-
to starve out, and
pretty well shut down. The only thing, it's only like what, 3 things I can think of to do here still. Because Blackstar and I, as we said, we went through all the barracks and the storage up front and stuff, and there ain't really nothing left here. At least nothing useful to us. So, only things left would be try and take down the cyborg, shoot him through the door or something, where he can't reach us,
Yeah.
or just wait him out, depending on how long that'd take. Deal with him, and then check out whatever that crystal is. Maybe deal with that Bruma acid, or I'm still kind of in favor of leaving that for the rebellion to deal
Yeah.
with. And then the only other thing I can think of is I point to the double stone doors to the north. That portal's still over there, Clovis. If you want to, now that we have got time, if you want to go, I don't know, commune or whatever, talk with Saravax, chat or something. It's not every day that somebody gets to meet their deity, their focus of their belief.
or that Black Star.
It's not every day, but it does happen. That's
I
a more
mean-
long distance thing, anyway.
She's kind of always with me now with the
Long
brand.
distance.
Like to see.
Hmm.
And I am basically able to ask her a few questions every day if I want to, as well. Commune, which
Yeah,
you,
but I mean-
you mentioned.
Well, while
But-
we're here,
Yeah,
got
but we
free
also
access.
have the giant chainless army going up north. So do we have time to?
I think we need to be focused, but not in a rush. I think this is based on things being what they are with the 2 armies we've seen them build, and them having one of the Titans. The
Yeah,
Primordials.
We're really screwed. Holy-
there we go. Thank you. One of the primordials in their hands. I don't know if Russian is a good idea. So I think taking our time, make sure we're sure of each step before we take it, is probably the way to go. Don't want to miss nothing, and I figure a man of the cloth like you might want to take the chance to go speak with your not your patron, but your like I said, your deity or whatever, however you see her. Maybe, I don't know, sort some things out after you just went through all this, and now that you kind of have a better picture of who you are, kind of give yourself a chance to, I don't know, straighten things out or reaffirm or whatever. I'm just throwing this out there as a reminder that we got the opportunity to do this, and you should take it if you even think you might want to do it. Well, we got the chance.
No, just like I said, like a commune. If I have a question, like spur of the moment, nothing comes to mind right now. Or didn't what's his name again? Black Star's patron say he liked.
Names.
That he liked Saravax?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, no, I feel like
I
we
mean,
don't
on
have
your way out,
much
I'm pretty sure Saravax kind of said to Blackstar, "Say hi to your dad for me."
Yeah.
If you recall.
Say hi
Yep.
to your daddy for me.
Meow.
So we wait for the giant abomination I created to starve out.
Yeah,
go
There were
check.
no notes in that book about how often it needs fed or nothing, right? Because I don't know if we want to be sitting around here for days or if it's just like hours kind of thing, or
I mean, they
go
mentioned it
make
went on a
crack open one
rampage
of them
like
doors
when
and
it's really hungry and about to like starve. So a few hours should do the trick.
all right, give it
Or
some time.
your favorite strategy, just pot shots.
Open the door and blast from safety. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could always expedite the process, doing a little bit of that. I'll go take a look.
All right.
Sure.
And between the barracks or the mess hall doors, which ones are smaller?
The barracks are technically smaller doors.
I would want to try those ones first.
All right. Well, the game is still on pause. I'll let
'Cause-
you move your token all the way back over in that direction to get over to those barracks doors. Oh.
The barracks doors. We go.
Oh, cool. It does show up as explored for you guys.
Yeah, now
That's
that you changed that, it's working.
That's much better. As Dander approaches that doorway, go ahead and I'm assuming you're walking together.
Yeah.
Did Clovis? Did you go with him, or did you stay behind?
Or I'll go with them. Just wasn't moving my token because I was lazy. Going
All
for a
right.
while.
Then I'd like all of you to make a stealth check, please.
Would you say that I'm in dim light, Tim?
Nope. Oh, in the hallway, yes. Yeah, it's fine. Sure.
At 20.
Oh, uh-oh. Oh, it made a noise like a nat 1, and I was like, uh-oh. That's good. Is Xander's number coming through or no?
Because you roll
am
with
I
advantage
back?
by right clicking. So
Would you say I'm in dim light or darkness, Tim?
You're back? Does that mean you...
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. My internet, for whatever reason, just froze on me.
Okay.
Thank goodness for that advantage.
Hmm. Okay. Let's see what we got over here. Let's see. It's 15 divided by 3 is 16. Okay, the guys walk up to the edge of this door, which has been left open, at least a crack, so you can look through and see. So the stone doors are the only ones that can be like only opened a certain amount. The like more modern structure doors, when they're opened, it's like a Star Trek like opens up. Like there is no opening it partially. It opens and then boom, it's open. Right. So you are at the stone doors. We'll say they're cracked open. It looks like the cyborg is rampaging through and has like destroyed most of what's left of the booths that are here. The tables. It's funny how all the tokens for all the vendors are still in the room, but they're not there. Neither are like 90% of the goods that are displayed on here. But the map is kind of the map because I didn't expect this to happen. And what I'm going to say is that as you're walking forward, who rolled the lowest? Clovis. Clovis, how do you alert the cyborg to your presence?
Oh,
What happens that causes that to happen?
Trip on one of the like, because it's the barracks, one of like the bed sheet that was left on the floor.
Okay.
Just trip on that.
Yep. There were some pots and pans that were on a bed for some reason. He trips over one of the sheets, pulls all of them down, and the doors. I mean, it's still the hallway, but it echoes outwards. These rooms are supposed to mute sound, but for some reason, these pots and pans, more so than at other times, echo out into the Hall of Provisions. And the cyborg, in its rage, is like covered in sweat. It seems to be almost melting, which is really, really, really disgusting. To the point where like parts of like if it's not sustained, it starts to deteriorate over time. And Clovis and Victor never let it get to that point, I guess. And so there's like trickles of blood coming down various parts of it. The parts of its flesh that are connected to the metal and the tubes and everything are starting to like pull away, and you're seeing like I'm not going to go any further with that description. It whips around in the direction of the doorway. Clovis is behind.
I'm gonna give you a perception check.
Yeah.
That's in case that's for. I'm gonna ask this question. Can I tell that it has what looks like a big cannon arm?
Oh yeah.
Okay, then I am acutely aware of that fact and ready to yoink Xander and dive out of the way if it raises that arm towards us like it's going to shoot something.
Cool. And because of that, I will give you both advantage on this dexterity saving throw that you're going to be making.
Oh my god.
So it whips around towards the sound coming from that, and the beam immediately fires off in the direction
Holy.
of that.
It was a sort of insane roll.
Nice.
This isn't
18 and 20.
this isn't quite normal what I'm doing right now, and I don't really care.
I matrixed over it.
Alright, Neo.
Brazier rolled a 16. And did I actually roll this? Obviously the natural 20, well, not obviously, the natural 20 does succeed. The 17 is just a failure. And so as the blast goes off through an entire section of the side of the wall, the stone, like the one of the side of the stone doors is just completely wrecked, and it is almost like the disintegrate spell. A section of the wall and the stone and everything just turn to ash and fall to the ground as a red beam of energy fires off towards it. Razir, you take 20 points of what kind of damage is this? No,
Painful damage.
Partially force and partially radiant damage. That's interesting. And then, and Xander, you take half of that damage. 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Are either of you resistant to force or radiant damage?
I wish. No.
I wish.
Okay. It's not a lot.
You got wish already?
It's not a lot of damage. It's some damage. It then, like, it fires that off, and immediately you hear boom, 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 boom. It's running towards the door. We're obviously not rolling initiative.
Oh yeah, we are
but
moving away from this hallway,
Yeah, no.
getting around the corner.
Yep. It's booking it over towards you.
Yeah.
It's coming for you.
Oh
anyways.
my god.
What do you mean, oh my god?
I'm just looking at the
Did you not see it before?
thing. No, because I just got off my character sheet.
Oh. Yeah, it's massive and disgusting looking, and looks real powerful, like it's gonna put some hurt on you. But yeah, you're back in this back in the barracks, in safety. It does like get down a little bit, and you hear the squelching sound as one of its knees, it has to get down on its knees, and like part of it like against the ground as it
Goodbye to that
leans
kneecap.
downwards. Yeah, exactly. And then like kind of puts its head down, and part of its face kind of like starts to sloth off a little bit,
Oh,
but it's still hanging on.
If it's not sticking the cannon down the hallway, it's getting some Eldritch blasts to the face.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll. I need to reduce its HP due to some things. We're gonna do. It's not doing grand.
16, a crit, and an 18.
We'll say it's over here. The crit and the 18 hit. Clovis, do you wish to participate in this?
Yeah, I'll also
And or Xander?
blast it.
Might as well.
Yeah,
Right.
might as well.
Xander. Jason.
I'm sorry. What's
Yeah,
up?
it's all right. For a moment,
Are you
for
gonna-
a moment, it wasn't
What-
moving.
what are
It
you-
was
what
like,
are you doing?
did his internet go out again?
No.
What are you doing?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I got caught in a moment of weakness. I'm back.
It's 35 force damage to its face and is pushed back 20 feet from the door.
It's immune to
Holy
force damage.
Toledo!
No, I'm joking. How much? 35?
Yeah, 35.
Okay. And it's pushed how much?
20 feet, 2 shots.
Wait, it's already badly injured.
Yeah, it's been melting.
I reduced its health very significantly from where
You know
we
what,
started.
lightning bolt.
Okay.
Could you make a dex save, please? DC 19. Ooh, that's juicy.
Nice.
It's a 20. Oh,
Oh, succeeds.
that's a natural 20. Because it has 0 modifiers to its dexterity. It's a big, beefy boy.
Yep.
That's falling apart, but yeah. So it succeeds, and
Yep. Takes half
Damage.
damage. So I need to go grab the actual spell so I can roll the damage from it. Because it is, 8d6. Let's come through, guys. 27 halved to
13.
13.
yeah.
Awesome. What's Xander doing?
I think I'm just gonna take pot shots with Eldritch Blast. I really don't know what to expect out of the next couple of hours, really, once we leave here. So I mean, looking at its condition, I don't see any reason to use any spell slots. So
Lightning bolt. Fireball. Come on, you're a wizard. Fireball.
fine,
Single
I'll
target
use
fireball.
I'll use the
Yes!
single target
Like
fireball.
single target lightning bolt.
Especially because I do have those like stocked in my
Oh, true, yeah.
Oh yeah,
in
your
my book, so that actually
couple extra
that's
casts
fine.
of that.
Yeah. So I'll use the level 3 fireball.
Man, that book was a good investment.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. So it'll be a Dex 19.
Another natural 20. That's an 18.
Oh, I was like another natural
No,
20.
I was calling for another
was
natural
hoping.
20. No, it's an 18, so it fails.
Okay. 35 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Good roll.
It's going to use its reaction to use absorb magic, and instead of taking damage from the spell, it is going to heal 35 points.
That's rude.
Fair play. That's fair play. That's fair play. That is fair
So it
play.
does that. You've all taken your turns now. Do you want to roll initiative?
Absolutely moved out of the way. No, we're doing cheap pot shots down the hallway anytime it sticks its anything other than its gun anywhere near that door.
Okay, so you shoot at it, you move out of the way so it can't see you. It
Yeah.
literally like has to tilt its head down and also put its gun arm in the opening like this and kind of look down like it's looking down the scope of a sniper rifle, but it can't really see you. So, but it is going to fire into the space. Let me see what it has for AoE.
50-foot radius, right?
Oh, I forgot it had that. I didn't think you guys were fighting this tonight, so I didn't look at its stat block at all, and I haven't looked at it in weeks because I figured.
Yeah, that's
we're fighting
Earthquake.
it. What? That's so broken. Holy crap. all right, because it's a single creature, and I was like, they're gonna obliterate this thing if it doesn't have cool things. Man, I need to save this stat block and use it again later because this is gonna be a super awesome boss to fight. Holy crap. It's not gonna do as many cool things as it could do because this is a stupid barracks hallway fight blast with a melting cyborg. So those are words you can say in D&D. It is, however, going to use After Xander's turn, it's going to use legendary action to summon a tendril whip. Let me see if it needs to have line of sight.
Guys,
this is so silly. Okay. From the manufactured metal ground, the ground begins to split as the tiles come apart, and a tendril made of sand comes up out of it and is going to grab onto one of you and attempt to pull you in front of the doorway so we can shoot you.
no way.
This is really silly. Who is it going to go after? This is only one legendary action, by the way. You know
As
what?
a reaction, I'd like to change my mind about attacking this thing.
No, that's an action.
I'll tell you, this thing is
Oh, dang.
crazy. This thing's crazy. You know what? It's gonna go for Clovis. Clovis, make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Yep. Got
Oh.
it, boss.
Oh, there he is.
He's alive.
Alexander Spellman.
You know what? Let's make this a little bit more exciting. Just because
What
we
happened?
can.
You're dying.
Oh, lovely.
Would
No, we decided to find the
Black
cyborg
Star
'cause
be
we're
in this
smart.
room? Black Star would be in this room, right?
Yeah, he'd be with us.
Let's
We were trying to poke the cyborg cheesily through a hallway, but he has an arm cannon and apparently nasty stuff, so we're getting
Yeah, he has
touched
tentacles.
appropriately, and we're about to run away and say, never mind, we'll let it continue melting to death. Because it's also doing that.
All right. I wasn't responsible for this, so I feel kind of good about it.
You weren't. You were not.
All right, Black Star.
This is all Tim.
Black Star's with the group. You know what? It's fun and like
Yeah.
I'm having fun. I don't know.
Because you get to use your fun stat block.
Yeah, I want to do fun stuff. I'm gonna save this boss. You guys are gonna fight this thing again. I don't care. It'll be named something
Okay.
else, but it's fun.
Drag the holy monitor.
18 is a failure.
Yep. alright.
How do I attack?
Oh my god.
18 is a failure.
18 is a failure? What do you have on
That's
plus
rough.
3? Man, I'm not even sure Chronal Shift would help you, man.
I won't. Don't.
Yeah, that's rough.
You'd have to roll better than a 15. Why not? I have it. Just use it.
Okay.
No, just keep it.
It can.
Okay.
You didn't know this thing had this. We're gonna move your tokens to like.
Yeah.
Here. We'll just say you kind of. Just so you're out of the way.
Dodged out of the way.
Black Star wouldn't be in the way either, so he'd probably be like, I don't know, over here or something.
We're on
it
the
can
bed
move
together.
you up to 10 feet. You did fail. It's 15 points of slashing damage from this tendril, the sand tendril that comes up and like wraps around your face, which is starting to like suffocate you in subsequent rounds. It is going to pull you 10 feet in front of the door this way, and it is now Herethi's turn. Does anybody have any reactions or anything else they're gonna do? Am I gonna kill Clovis on the filler session?
On the filler session.
Through a hallway in the
Okay.
barracks
Oh,
from the melting
man.
cyborg who's standing in the Hall of Provisions. There's some sentences that I'm saying tonight.
Uh-huh.
Okay, no, nobody's doing anything. All right.
Nothing I can do.
I
Yeah, it
got
is-
nothing to do.
It is Herethi's turn. What does he have? All right, no, I'm not gonna use his full arsenal because I could just delete Clovis right now, so I'm not gonna do that.
Did anyone else
do it.
level up? Anyone else level up, or is it still just the people who long rested earlier?
Just the people who long
Just
rested.
to do the longest.
We picked right back up from before, so you have not long rested yet.
Yep.
All right, it's gonna make
It's half the reason we're playing tonight.
it's
so
gonna
we can
make-
level up.
it's gonna make 3 soul ray attacks on Clovis because it can't see anybody else.
3?
Yep.
3?
First one.
Sounds like he's just looking to have a good time. Clovis.
First one.
is
First one is a 15 to hit.
Miss.
He rolled really low. Second one rolled really low. It's a 14 to hit.
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
third one is an 18. Wow.
Miss.
Wow.
21 AC, baby.
All right,
Let's go.
Holy-
Puff
maybe I
sorcerer.
That boy's thick.
Unleashed.
That boy's thick.
Yeah.
Oh,
That cleric you got in you.
I forgot
Yeah,
to
he got a
read.
little cleric in him.
So Herethi has immovable,
It
Oh,
can
so you
be.
didn't get that.
so he
Who's
couldn't,
Herethi?
he couldn't have moved from in front
The
of
cyborg.
her.
Oh, he's got a name.
Yeah, he's got a fancy
Awesome
name.
Storm. Oh, he has advantage
Yeah,
on.
the when you reuse the stat block, it's going to be Herethe instead of Herethi, Cyborg of the Mountain or whatever.
Oh my. Oh my, he's big.
30 feet. Okay.
He's
cool.
big and he is melting.
He looks
Yeah.
gross.
Is there any bonus
He is
actions?
currently actively actively falling
I kind
apart.
of want to do this.
Oh, really?
I kind of want to roll initiative,
Yeah.
and I want you guys to fight this guy because it'd be fun, but it's fine.
We are not fighting this man. He has made our cheese strat not work. We're gonna back away and let him finish
He
melting.
has less than half health. You'll be fine.
Hey,
No,
Eric,
we
Eric.
won't.
Yeah, but
Eric.
then you don't get to use the stat block.
That's. I mean, I am using. Okay.
You can still
See,
use
it's-
it.
It is the end
Fuck
of. It is the end of Rethi's turn. I believe Eric went first last time. You know what? Let's let Blackstar take the top of the round.
So what started this exactly?
We're not even.
We went to go
We're not even in combat.
check it
by the
out.
way.
I
Uh-huh.
tripped on some
Yeah, we
pots
did-
and pans, so he looked over and
Yeah.
just blasted Razir and Zender.
Yeah, we were gonna go check out what he was doing, maybe shoot him through the door, and then shoot him through the hallway and stuff. But then we're
I
like,
had
oh,
him
he has a
roll
giant
stealth check.
cannon. And as we noticed that
I had them.
Clovis
roll
knocks
stealth
over
check.
some pots and pans, he whips around and blasts us. And we were like, oh, never mind, this is bad. And then we run down the hallway, and as he's poking his head through, we blast him a couple times, and then he retaliates with all this nonsense.
Mhm.
Nearly, he misses Clovis, but because his arm's like all squished in the hallway with his head. But he has stuff that can affect us in this room, so it's probably time to just leave the room and wait a little bit, because it looked like he was already melting, and we could probably wait it out a couple more hours.
Xander.
I just want to make it clear
Actually-
that I wasn't responsible for any of this.
Why are you talking about blame right now? Do
I'm
something.
just
Get Clovis out of
saying.
there.
Oh, right, okay. And then I will just run and push Clovis along out of the way, out of the door. Come on, Clovis. Let's move. Let's go.
Okay. All of you are arcane focused to some extent. I would like all of you to make an Arcana check, please.
Sure.
Oh no, we're bad at those, right?
Yes,
But I actually-
terrible.
Xander's not bad at
That
those.
was a bad roll.
Okay.
Oh my god, we all rolled below.
Unless
I
Xander is
pressed
bad
the
at those.
button. Mine just disappeared, I guess.
That's weird.
Is it going through?
Nope.
I like whoever has
What is
that
going
fancy
on?
looking that glass red
I
die.
told you.
Hold on,
How do you have plus 15?
That's
What,
Eric.
what is that?
Expertise, plus he's a smart boy.
He's a smart
Oh,
boy.
okay,
He
I
rolled
went
the
through
same number
finally?
twice in a row.
Okay.
Okay.
And Tim, I love it to see, how do you have plus 15? I have plus 14, that just passes nothing mentioned.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah. 15's that break point where he
15
really
is
gets
the break
the
point.
attention.
All right, this is really unacceptable. Okay. So
Rolls a 5, gets a 19. That's fine.
yeah, rolled a natural 20 and I got a 35. I would have been real mad. Anyways, as you're looking at this, the beam that's coming through that missed Clovis several times looks akin to a disintegration beam. The back of the barracks behind where Clovis was pulled to is melting away, or it's disintegrating away into dust. If this thing wanted to, if it had enough time, which it may or may not, maybe a medicine check would tell you if this thing would last long enough, but if it kept blasting away at these walls, it probably could make an opening big enough for itself to fit through if it really wanted to. It might die before it gets to the exit and actually leaves, but maybe it finds something to eat within enough time to survive and keep going. If you guys leave this thing behind, maybe you'll fight it later.
I think at this
we'll
point,
fight it later, but not necessarily this one, right, Tim?
yeah, we'll fight its slightly differently named brother.
Yeah, brother George.
Slightly differently named brother.
I think at this point, seeing its condition after the number of hours that it's been rampaging since I noticed it had started to do so, probably like, okay, it's already melted to that point. It doesn't have much longer. We could wait another half long rests, and it'll be
When you say half long rest, you
Probably
mean
dead.
half long rest for all of us or for you?
for all of you. I don't ever consider myself for that because I can always
No, so you can get your long
space
rest
out
then.
for a few hours.
Yeah, that's
I mean, yeah, let's.
It
And
might be
now we've drawn
accurate.
its attention this way rather than the mess hall, so it's not going to find any food and
Right.
whatnot. So it'll.
Did the meat merchant leave his meat there?
No, everybody packed up everything.
Packed up everything.
Because you've drawn
I
its
think
attention in this direction, it seems enraged, and you're the first thing it's seen since it's broken out of its hidey hole, so to speak. So it's probably going to continue trying to break through in this direction, whether to get to you or it's the only thing it knows how to do. You don't even know the intelligence level of this thing. So
Let's go check out the cave. We've got the entryway over here while he's distracted. Go and raid his little loot cave.
We could, and then when it hears us, because it's a cyborg with super hearing, and we run down this hallway, that's a long straight hallway. There's nowhere to hide. We could blast.
Okay, so
Or we just wait.
We can leave someone here for bait, like Garen.
wow.
Or just one sec, guys. I'll poke my head out. Wall of ice on him. So I'll just display VTT so you can all see what it does. It's a creative wall of ice. I'll do it right on his arm and his head, like going through. It doesn't cut him, but he does take some damage, which I would like to switch to lightning damage. And with sorcery, and he needs to do what is it? Where is the save? Dex save.
Okay.
And I'll
This is
do
a
max
magical effect.
damage because I can do that.
Is this a magical effect?
It is. It is a spell. If you tell me he heals for that,
Okay.
I hate you, Tim.
You're about to hate him.
He doesn't have his reaction. Oh, he does have his reaction.
Yeah, strength
You
and
went, yeah.
It rolled an 11 for its saving throw.
There's 60 points of lightning damage.
60?
Yep. So I
Okay.
maxed the damage.
Alright, cool. It's going to use one of its 3 charges of Absorb Magic, and it's going to go ahead and heal 60
So he has one left.
HP.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Could-
now back up to injured. Okay, enough.
Yeah, no.
Enough feeding it magic.
Enough.
Let's leave the room.
Yep.
We go back up to the entryway room.
At the end
Sit here and
of
keep
Clovis's turn,
keep an
it's
ear
gonna
on
use,
things.
A legendary action to create another sand lash. Sand tendril pops up. I don't know why Clovis moved because he's grappled in
'Cause
front
I'm
of the
moving.
door. He was-
Black Star moved him, so it's free.
Yeah, I
to
moved
grapple.
him.
He just wasn't that a contested strength check? He's grappled.
Not when somebody else does it.
Oh, they can
typically.
use their action to break him free. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
then
pretty much.
the sand
Forced
tendril-
movement by something else breaks grapples.
Cool.
Baseline,
Black
typically.
Star, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Roger that, boss. Yeehaw! That was trash.
Okay, you're grappled. You're moved in front of the door, and
Wait.
that's
Chrono shift.
Yeah, I could chrono shift that.
Yeah, he has a good
Okay.
chance of actually making a save.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh.
Or not.
Psych.
Wow. I did what I could, man.
Don't worry, I'll mess it up for everyone.
okay. He's now in front of the door, prime and ready to be soul raid. That was legendary action. Brazier didn't actually do anything.
Wait.
He just said everybody should get out of here.
Yeah, no, I would have moved towards the door.
Timothy, I have a
I love
question.
how we're in loose initiative, but we're not actually in initiative.
Is
fine.
magical suck does
Does magical
take
suck?
away the spell? Yeah, magical suck. Does it take away the spell? Like he absorbs it, or does the spell like still stay there if it's a lingering effect?
That's a good question. Good answer, nephew. Good question, nephew.
Alright, Grandpa. Because you're old.
So it is still subject to any other effects that might accompany the damage. The damage is the only thing that's nullified, and he absorbs.
The wall is still there then. You'd have to break through the wall to get to the Black Star.
Gotcha. He does not require line of sight for the sand lash
No.
that he's been doing.
Well, I mean,
but
blast
he
him
can-
still
Yeah.
moves.
Yeah. So the wall of ice is still in that doorway there.
Yeah, A big
Brazier
old AC
moves.
of 12, 30 hit points.
Brazier, you can't see him, although wall of ice is there in your way anyways. But are you just leaving?
Yeah, no, we're not. Let's not. Nope, this is wrong. Let's get out. And I'm just moving.
All right, cool. Xander.
Yeah,
not
I mean,
like-
I'm leaving as well.
Leaving
knowing
anybody
that,
behind.
knowing that is blocked,
out.
I'm just stashing out.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was Black Star. Did Clovis take a turn? Clovis did.
Yeah, wall of ice.
Clovis is the
Well,
only one. who took
lightning.
it.
Xander. Okay, so it's back to Harethi's turn.
Whoa,
there's
Black Star
no-
didn't actually get to do anything.
Well, he moved me.
I
thought
moved
he-
him. Yeah.
Oh, right. He moved him.
Right, out of the grapple. Black Star is now
I forgot that was this
grappled
turn.
and restrained. Grappled. You're not technically restrained. You could use another whip. Oh, I didn't roll. I didn't give you any damage, did I?
Hmm.
I didn't give you any damage for that.
It's fine. Black Star just needs to Misty Step out of there.
That's it.
You can do so after I have my way with him. 14 points of slashing damage.
Always got to try and kill Alex
Um,
character.
I have my way with him.
So
Thought this
When
was
you-
a PG
I
game.
know, right? When you do damage, though,
That could mean anything. It's up to interpretation.
is this an attack I was just hit by?
It was a
attack.
save.
No, it's a save.
Spell effect,
Okay.
essentially. Yeah.
Someone else play my character for like 10 minutes. I'm gonna go say goodnight to my kids.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. I thought, was he doing something
He was
He took-
checking
he
on
took
if
the
he had
damage.
action, but he didn't.
from the legendary action? Okay. Does the wall of ice have a hit point threshold?
It has an AC of 12 and 30 hit points. For each like 10 feet segment, the segment in front of your would one.
Okay.
Dude. Black Star's dead, bro. Black Star's dead.
Alright.
He's got shield. He's got an AC of 22,
It's
and
gonna
it's
use.
just gonna be 2 attacks that could hit him because of the wall.
Oh, it has that thing that makes it do more damage towards structures. Is the wall of ice a structure? I would think it would be.
That's up to you. Yeah, but
Oh,
it does
so-
say the wall is an object that can be damaged and does breach. So it's an object. So
Yep.
Right.
it's structure.
Yeah. Okay. So first attack on the wall, which this giant guy has advantage on. I mean, it's like a battering ram essentially. Ew. That's a 15.
That hits. AC of 12. It's a wall.
All right.
Yeah.
And how much extra damage does it do with breach? Oops. Is it double damage or is it 4 times as much damage towards objects and structures? I forget.
I think it's
Each thing, there's not typically a standard for that. It's each thing has its own thing usually.
No, I mean a character, a monster with breach has, No,
No idea.
you're shrugging. Okay, cool.
I don't know monster stat blocks and typical stuff for that. Wrong end of the game for me.
True.
Typically, stuff ends up being double damage, but I don't know for sure.
what monster would have? I feel like an iron golem.
That's Minecraft. You know what? I'm making a call. We're not looking this up right now. That's 50 points of damage to the ice wall.
Yeah, the section of wall is gone.
Woof.
And
Okay.
when he crosses the wall, that section of the wall, he needs to do a con save.
He's not crossing the wall, although I guess.
I mean, he's
part of
shoving his arm through
His
it.
gun is in there. Sure. How about con save?
Con save, yeah.
There's a magical effect.
Yes.
Of the same spell.
You got to stop saying yes, man. Just say no.
It's
Just
a
lie,
19.
no, man.
19.
Yeah, you succeed, he still takes half of 5d6. That is
7.
7.
Oh boy.
Does he heal from it? No, alright.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have a reaction right now.
I was waiting to see if he was going to use his third use of... There was...
He has his reaction. It's on his turn again.
Okay, he's not going to use it for 7 points of damage.
No? Oh, okay.
Alright. Alright. He's going to point his gun in and shoot at Blackstar twice with his remaining soul ray shots. He could do something else that would be really, really nasty, but he's not going to do that. Okay. First one's a 17 to hit
That's
on
a miss.
Blackstar. Second one, also a 17 to hit. Those both miss.
Still no.
Alright, I guess he doesn't do any damage to anybody.
Oh,
There's now a
thank goodness.
giant gaping hole across from Blackstar where Clovis was standing. Like, it's almost all the way through to the front entrance now.
What?
That's crazy.
It's disintegrate, and it's a lot of damage.
Okay.
Alright, so...
I mean,
Oh
when I say
my.
gaping hole, maybe not a big enough hole for him to fit through, but like you guys could almost
Sure.
go through. It's like 5
I mean,
missed
Black
shots
Star can
against the
fit through
wall.
any gaping hole. Screw it up.
That's a lot, and it's a giant laser that is almost the size of Blackstar's entire torso. Anyways, yeah, I would say
Yeah,
at this point, Blackstar would be up
It's
next.
leaving time.
He would use his
Yeah, I
action
was
to
good.
break free, and
Or-
He would use his action to Misty Step.
Or I
bonus
was going to
action
say,
to
I
Misty Step.
Vortex Warp him, so he's 90 feet away.
Yeah, there's some magic happening to teleport out, and then we book it to the next room, so we're no longer engaged with this thing.
All right. At this point, I'll say I'll
Any
just kind of
meaningful
call
way.
it on that, and I'll say I don't want to play this, but I kind of feel like listening to it. So
Did it? We
You did-
survived.
you
our
didn't actually-
double
We
encounter.
survived.
You didn't
Eric, you leveled
actually-
up!
I leveled up! Yay!
that's not an appropriate.
We
song.
survived.
Yep.
All right. We'll say you all make it out of the room, and you can hear the sound of coming from the other room as it is just furiously trying to break through to make a hole big enough for itself to fit through. And it has regained a good amount of hit points, but it is still kind of falling apart. So it's possible with all the HP that it's regained, it's bought itself another couple of hours on top of Razier's original estimations of how long it would survive, because that's a lot of HP that it restored. I think it restored like 105 HP.
It restored like
It's
90
close
points
to
of
it.
HP.
he did
Yeah.
like 90, because I
Yeah.
did 60. He did like
It was 60
35.
and 35, and I thought 10
Yeah.
from earlier, but I could be
What's
wrong.
a 10 from?
I don't know. Maybe it was 90. I mean 95 total. Whatever it is. Anyways, it's much better than it was before. And it is continuing to try to break down that wall. However, it is focused on that area.
If it is, I have the range to not be in line of sight of it. I'm gonna put one of my sickening radiances. Like I can
Be in the
from
hallway
like over
and
here.
see
I
it.
can. I don't even need to see the thing. I just need to see a point, and then it'll absolutely be within range.
Okay.
Just so that if it keeps sitting there trying to look through and blast, it is.
Because I was going to say,
Oh, yeah.
Wall of Force, but yeah, no, disintegrates.
I mean, it would continue to point its cannon in the hallway to shoot you guys, and then realize that it can't. It's not hitting you. It like stops for a second, waits, listens. It's not entirely animalistic. It's not,
Yeah.
a beast. It is a humanoid. It was a person at one point, so has a minimal amount of intelligence. So it waits, listens, hears that you guys are gone, stops firing into the hallway, and then begins tearing at the hallway to try to make it bigger to try to get through.
Yeah. It's hence the
I
sickening
actually
radius
found
there.
the-
As long as it's at that doorway, it's
Okay.
gonna.
I
Alright,
found
what's
the
the-
actual
Slowly,
rule for
potentially
the damage to object thing. It's siege monster, and it's double damage.
So I was correct because that's what I assumed it was.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I made a call. So even if I was wrong, it was still would have stuck.
It's
and
fine.
that's how it is.
Just because earlier you were. What is
yeah.
it?
I appreciate it. I do. Okay. Sickening radius, is it a saving throw?
Yeah, it'll last for 10 minutes every time on its turn, as long as it's in there or enters that zone. It makes a con save. Only takes damage if it fails, but for 10 minutes, it will potentially hurt if it
What kind
keeps
of
trying
damage?
to dig at that hallway. Radiant. And if it
Radiant.
and if it
Interesting.
fails, it also has the levels of exhaustion.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to say that with its 3 things, it's gonna let's roll this through here for a couple rounds. The first round, it's gonna make a con save against magic. That is an 18. What's the DC?
18 is the DC.
Okay, so it succeeds. So it takes no damage.
Correct. No damage if it succeeds, only damage if it fails, and a point of exhaustion.
Okay, that's the first
For
round.
10 minutes, so that's
That's fine. I'm gonna play it back a little bit here.
100 rounds
It's fine.
if it's in the zone the whole time.
It's fine. It's hanging out. That's a 17. It fails, so it takes damage on the second round.
Yep. (22 radiant).
Okay. You hear it. I didn't actually do any sound effects for it, but it's like as it pulls backwards as it realizes it's taking damage from being in that doorway. It then
The area is filled with a sickening green light,
what's
yellowish
the
green
radius
light.
of it?
30 foot from where I put it, which was like here.
Okay.
So
All right, it moves
Yeah.
back a bit, and is going to continue shooting from back here at the hallway for at least a couple more rounds. Standing in the hallway that you guys are in, you begin to see the sections of the walls, the manufactured modern metal walls and ceiling just completely are gone at a certain point. After just a couple of shots, the right wall disappears. It's not making that much headway on this particular hallway, but after a few minutes it probably would be able to get through. It's not that long before it's like disintegrate on the wall, or on the hallway for it to be able to do that. It is outside of the sickening radiance. After about, I'm gonna say, a minute, because you guys are sitting and kind of waiting to see what's gonna happen with this, it seems to get bored. Like it probably, if it was like more of an intelligent creature, it could break through here and maybe have a chance at maybe getting through. It seems like, I can't get through here, I'm going somewhere else, and then it seems to wander off and out.
too
of
dumb
your
to
vision.
keep focused on an objective.
Right, for a short time, but not for any long period of time. Like, I can't get to my objective immediately, so I need to move on to something else, and then you just hear it like crashing through things in the other room, and it's out of sight now.
Okay.
And that is that. What
Well,
are you doing now?
sitting around waiting for that thing to die.
Yeah.
Want it to get out. Seeing how nasty that was, I think at this point we want to make sure it's dead before we leave, and not leave that up to chance.
Okay.
Spend a few more hours here, do another once over of all the storage contents and stuff.
You try and
make sure we
some-
didn't miss
any
anything.
kind of sneaky dive for that cave where it was being kept.
That thing was too nasty, I think, to try
Yeah,
and
let's do it.
sneak around. If that goes badly, that's bad.
I want to sneak around
We-
so bad, but it was pretty gross.
I think we play it safe. Now that we know it has a disintegration cannon that can melt through the walls, I think we
Yeah.
let time take its course and
Yeah.
play it safe.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's gonna be how much else does it have? It's gonna be about 5.5 hours.
That's
Right, so just enough so you can get in the long rest and level up. Not Black Star.
Black Star would be the only one left.
What do you mean? Why would you
I
be able
can.
to? You can.
You
I
can
have a
in
4-hour long
hours.
rest.
I know. What
Black
about
Star is
everybody
8
else?
hours.
What about Garen?
8 hours.
What about Darrow?
Aaron's fine.
8 hours.
They're fine. They long rested already.
Oh, they
leveled up.
did.
Yeah, it was just Black Star and I who didn't, because Garen and Darrow
Oh.
were hanging out in the mech room with everybody else while they were long resting. Also
Gotcha.
long resting. It was just Black Star and me who were rummaging around the building's pockets.
Okay. All right. So Xander and Clovis, probably Darrow and Garen. If I had to, I mean, they would be here. They would be doing things in all these
Yeah.
moments for sure. So taking turns, making sure that it's relatively safe. So Razir's taking his 4 hours right now.
No, I wouldn't actually. I'll wait.
Okay. If
We'll do
nothing
a
else,
short
is,
rest.
if nothing else is to be
You get my
said
spell slot
as
back.
far as conversations are concerned, I mean, there's not. Let's be honest. There's not a whole lot else going on right now. So if you guys want to have chats, amongst
Yeah, I think
yourselves,
we're
you
just
can,
sitting
but-
around playing cards or something after we double check all the boxes.
I
And
like
so,
that.
we're just here to sit and wait
I
for
feel
that
like-
thing to
I
die
feel
to
like
make sure
that
it's
right
dead,
there-
and then we'll go check out the crystal.
This is like the first time in the campaign that this is a lo-fi video of Trial and Arrow sitting in the Trouvaille Infernium playing cards
Yeah.
while they wait for the cyborg to die.
And
That's-
every like 13 to 14 minutes on this lo-fi video, you occasionally hear like a just the background of something getting destroyed.
And like the
Yeah.
animated Xander in the video, just occasionally he's like playing cards. The sound comes through, and he just pokes his head up and looks kind of like down the hall, and then goes back to his cards.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's awesome.
absolutely. It's a lo-fi animated version of that one famous painting of the people playing cards that the dogs playing cards is based
Yeah.
off of.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah, pull up some boxes and sit around and
Okay.
have a leisurely chat about things and
Okay.
whatnot.
And we
play cards.
don't
literally
want to
just.
RP any of that, right?
I mean, we kind of talked a good bit with what happened here.
That's fine. I'm fine. I'm just making sure I'm giving everybody the
Yeah.
opportunities that are here. So it makes me, for some reason, inside, I feel bad when I say, okay, 5.5 hours has transpired and nothing happened. It makes me feel
Yeah.
like awful inside.
Yeah,
Um,
but this time we're telling
it
you
is-
we're spending 5.5
it is what it
hours
is.
waiting for that thing to die.
Right,
We're
it's-
actively waiting.
It is what it is. Okay, I'm going to say it. 5.5 hours go by and absolutely nothing happens.
How do you feel?
Terrible. Awful. Yeah, gotta have things going on. All right, you guys enjoy this time. It just feels quick, but it is what it is. After this time, the banging and the breaking of things slowly subsides. Let's go ahead and set this guy to 0 HP. Mark him as dead. The giant blood splat on the. Oops.
Towards the end, when it
Oh,
stops
I'm
making
clicking on it.
noise, we give it some time, give it a little extra
Yeah.
time, and then start slowly poking our head in to see where that thing is. And if it's not moving at all, just watch it for a while and make sure it doesn't move at all. And then after it's confirmed to not be moving at all, still probably blast it a few times
Okay,
just
so
to make
after
sure
6
it's
hours-
actually gone.
A whole half hour later, after it's dead.
We're playing it
We're-
super safe.
we're gonna double tap this thing, right?
Yeah, we're absolutely double tapping this thing.
Triple.
Can we get
Remember.
a time check on what time of day it is? Because I have no idea. I don't remember at all.
We don't know. There's no windows.
That's true.
You have keen mind. Does keen mind let you?
Oh yeah, I do have keen mind. Tim, what time is it?
Let's
I don't
see.
know.
We
I don't know what time it is, so I'm asking you guys.
It was later in the day, right? That we came in here because we waited for a guard change.
Yeah.
So we came in to the base in the evening. It was like 2 hours of in base time,
Yes.
and then we did
An
a long
entire
rest,
long rest.
So it would have been early morning, like
Mm,
6-ish,
all right,
maybe.
All right. I'm gonna say the assault happened at 11. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the assault happened at 11. That's 1 a.m., 9 a.m.
And we waited another 6 hours.
Oh, it's been.
So it's like early afternoon at this
No,
point.
but don't forget there was the whole NPC thing happening. Oh, that happened during the long. Yeah, it's an hour. We're gonna turn this into 7, which is. What did I just say? 9 a.m. It's 5
It's
p.m.
like 3-4 in the afternoon.
It's later
Sure.
than that.
Sure. Yeah. Mid
5 in the
afternoon,
afternoon.
early evening. Yeah.
Yep, it's dinner time.
Of day
You know where your
2
kids are?
of being here.
Okay. Mhm. Okay. Finally finishes. Cyborg is finally put to rest, and the base is once again silent, and it is yours at your disposal.
Okay.
You make your way over to that cave. I'm going to try to expedite
Yep.
things here. Make your way over to that cave. You begin rummaging through many. If you can go ahead and head over there if you want to. I don't think I have a door on that
Steep
that
thing.
cage. I think you have to move. If you move up to it, the cave will be revealed. If you move within 5 feet of that threshold, try again. Oh,
Whoa,
is it not
bones.
working? Oh, it did work.
I'm in.
The bone zone.
That was the mini. Imagine fighting it in this little mini arena.
Mine isn't working.
Gosh.
It's not working.
No, I can see around Razir, and then there's a little bit of light around me, but I'm not. I mean, I can
Dark
see. I
vision
guess
isn't
so.
working.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's
It's
weird.
fine.
Mine's working. Fine.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
about
lighting
it
gets
now.
weird in here.
That's weird.
It's not worth it. To worry about.
Anyways, there's bones on the ground. You could see where
There
it
are.
was kind of residing. Anyone who wishes to make an investigation check to try and find this shard that was tossed in here may do so.
Yeah, I'll do that.
There
Yep.
is a.
Darrow said he's gonna help me.
I will say that with your magic eyes, because this is a small thing, that it will give you advantage, Razir.
Is Darrow gonna help me, or am I just gonna roll flat?
Darrow will help you, sure.
You know what? I'll
Sorry, did you
I'll-
say perception or investigation for this?
Oh wow, two
Investigation.
stinkers, man.
I'll guidance myself, so I'll add a d4 to that. And never mind, I don't add a d4 to anything because I rolled dookie. Straight doo doo. No, I also
man.
added just for the hell. But now I rolled a max, the 9.
Okay.
A 3.
Uh,
No,
29.
No, Luis Adivino helped Clovis. It's not fair. It's cheating.
Yeah.
29 is sufficient. The DC
I
to
would
find
hope
this
so.
thing in this room is 25. So it's
Oh.
it was a pretty hard object to find for sure. Small little green shard hidden beneath some bones. You had to dig for a moment or two. It's like almost not several feet down, but like maybe 18, 20 inches down. It was tossed in here. It had a radial effect, and you realize, yes, your magic eyes should have shown this, but it's not like your magic eyes necessarily see through solid objects necessarily. In times past, I've had it be where there's been blips of magic, but I gave you advantage on the roll. It's fine.
Yeah.
You do.
It gave
pick
me
out-
the general direction it was in, and I had still
Sure.
to find it.
Sure. Kind of pick out this little blip as you pick it up. It is an elemental essence shard, which you should be able to find on D&D Beyond.
Sure, that's from Tasha's. Or...
It is an elemental essence of air
Ooh.
shard.
Who's gonna be zooming around?
How do you already know what it is? How do you
It's an awesome
already? How do you know?
Because it's
what
an
it
awesome
is?
item.
Cool magic item.
Oh yeah, it's me. It's for sorcerers only. But
Yeah,
what do I?
Sorcerers only.
This was
Kick
the
the
one.
curb.
This was the one final Magic item for Clovis, the loot in Clovis's backstory for Clovis.
So so he can own something other than just a museum apparatus and the clothes on his back.
Mhm.
All right.
Wow. It's
Um,
pretty good.
Felix.
It's great.
Casting
I'm
focus.
just gonna be flying around.
That's
Felix.
pretty good.
Yes,
It
them.
is pretty good. It is pretty good. I would like you to
Man, that's like your
tell-
class feature, but cranked up to 10.
What is it?
I would like you to tell us what it looks like. Because it was Clovis that tossed this in here originally. Doesn't need a backstory. We don't need to know where
Yeah.
it came from. Just tell me
You know
what
what,
it looks like.
Since it is like an shard of like condensed like air elements, I guess. I'm guessing like a small like about. Do I have anything? You know what? Yeah, a small crystal about the size of a AirPod case. It's translucent and it looks kind of empty, but from time to time, like in like animated shows, like Show the Wind, there's like gusts of wind. Like from time to time, just a small gust of wind goes through it. A few
That's
seconds
cool.
go back, another one.
Is Clovis wearing a cape? Isn't Clovis wearing like a cloak cape thing?
He's
Pretty sure
barely
he
wearing
is.
pants. What are you talking
In
about?
the artwork.
No,
he's
I am wearing actual clothes now.
He's
Yeah,
wearing a
yeah.
cloak in the artwork. So
I am wearing. Let me get my
Yeah.
beanie. All right. Not actual cloak,
I love it that he
but-
has his mini.
like a small
Uh-huh.
like tabard that goes
Yeah,
like.
it's
on
part
the
of
back.
his robe, cleric,
Mhm.
sorcerer robe thing.
So the wind makes it billow.
Yeah. You would have that. But below. Alright, so.
Yes, billow is not the same thing as pillow. I know
Billow.
English is hard when it's not your first language. So
I'd say just pronounce it poorly because I bup too much. Yeah, I guess I'll drop the MLS.
okay.
All right.
Yep.
Got what we needed.
We did. Yeah, so finishing up inside of this cave, gathering this shard. I mean, I'm sure there would be a conversation. He found, technically, Razir found this shard.
That in my hat. Huh.
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 Ain't sure what this magic does, but I don't know if it's anything that works for me. Besides, this is kind of your show still, so I'll walk over and hand it to Clovis. I will give it to him. Not gonna hoard it.
Just
Mhm.
mess around with it. Just drag it out 2 sessions.
Playing with it like one of those coin tricks
Yeah.
that magicians do.
Well, thank you. I guess I'll look at it. Well, now I guess we have time to look at it. The giant monster's dead. So.
hmm
Mhm.
Attune to it.
Okay.
If they're gonna take that time, I would like to go and check on the body that we had assured was dead earlier,
Okay.
and check out the mechanics of it, if possible.
Sure.
I will go with him for security reasons, just in case.
I'm a big kid now. You don't need to.
Yeah,
You don't need to babysit me
big kid.
anymore.
Big Hig who can die just like the rest of us. I'm going with you.
Uh-huh. Okay. So
What
you
are all
walk-
the merchants still doing in here?
Oh, come on. now.
Immersion.
Well, I can delete the
Immersion.
merchants, but I can't.
No, I'm
delete-
teasing you. I'm teasing
Why isn't the
you.
video game updating?
It's not a video game.
My live
Um,
Destiny update.
Here, I'm gonna
Uh,
oops.
Rude.
Invisible. I'm gonna unmake it dead so you have a little more of a visual. It's back. It's attacking you. You're dead.
Stands
you
back up. Oh,
walk up
gosh.
to it. It is dead. All right, but just to have a visual of it. You go and inspect it. I will I will let you make either an investigation check, a medicine check, an arcana check. Yeah, any of those things. Obviously, you're
I'll
gonna
make an
choose
investigation
arcana.
check.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
Oh, they're all the same.
Arcana and investigation are both plus 15. So,
Okay.
Brazier,
I
am I
guess
getting help?
this is more of.
Yeah,
I mean,
would
I know
be
you're
assisting in
already
any way.
rolling. We can use whatever it is that you roll. But tell me, just to kind of keep the dialogue going, what you're just trying to understand it.
I'm trying to understand the mechanics of it. See if there's anything helpful to scrape, I guess. But just
Brave.
kind of trying to understand what happened to it. So, what would you like me to roll?
Oh,
A die, preferably.
yeah. Let's make an investigation.
Okay.
29.
There's almost 2 4s.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You're going up and you're investigating it, and you, being Xander, with the notebook and taking notes of everything that you see amidst all of the rippling muscle that was on this thing that is now slothed off of it and is kind of pooling on the ground. It's really, really, really disgusting. Like
But I
it's
don't have to smell.
this is extra disgusting. It's giant man. It's a gargantuan man with tubes and metal bits and things sticking at odd angles, and it all has a purpose. But there's a pattern that you notice, and it's that there are little bumps or raised sections beneath whatever's left of the skin that covers over whatever's left of the muscle that's on this creature. And as you're looking at it, and you can't like overcome the curiosity of looking at what are these things. They're not goosebumps, they're not like it's not like chicken pox. The bumps aren't that small. It's almost like there's little marbles or even golf balls underneath the skin, and particularly near where all the mechanisms are attached to the flesh itself. And as you go over, and I don't want to take away player agency, but I can describe things without, I'm not going to obviously make bad things happen to you, but you take out a small little knife and kind of like carve a little section away, and just because you're morbidly curious as to what's going on here, and there's a little like marble-sized mote of condensed energy that is turned into matter, and on the underside of its skin, and it seems like all of these little beads and points in it are funneling towards the mechanical energy on its arm. And as you're looking at it, and because actually go ahead and make an arcana check now that you've made your investigation check to find this. Gosh dang it. 31. Yep. Well, I mean, I asked for the roll. I could have just been like, you're a super smart wizard, but I didn't do that. So I made you roll into 31, and now we all get to say that. As you take this little globule in your hand, it's like a light lime color, which is weird. And it kind of like turns slightly translucent and almost light blue in your fingers. You kind of pick it up and hold it in front of you, and it kind of swirls for a moment, and you realize this is condensed Soulium. This is like hardened, not quite hardened. It's Soulium can be in liquid form, and in liquid form it evaporates almost instantly, which you've experienced when trying to fill the gas tank in the puddle jumper. This is just raw Soulium, and you're just holding it in your hand. It is a mostly solid, but it's kind of gelatinous to an extent, and it looks like when it was functioning, it was rippling through its veins and heading towards that arm cannon. Like all of its energy was being poured into that, which is why it was able to fire off in the way that it was. And you know that the energy that was being siphoned from Seraphax was into this man's body, and it ruined his body. It killed him, and he became this abomination. This is the result of somebody else's version of what happened in the pit underneath Telnoro. This is literally what Clovis and Victor did. This was just a different version of what you've seen before. This is actually, funny enough, technically better than what the Veritas did. It's not better because the guy died, and it's, but you know what I mean though. It's like it's better in that this is something new that you've not seen before. And yeah, you've got this thing is riddled with Soulium beads. What does that mean?
Anybody got a sling or slingshot?
Oh boy.
I have a catapult. I was kind of thinking
Real
it.
spicy catapult ammunition.
I don't know about that.
I mean, aerial bombardment.
I would like to grab because I don't think I have an extra like bag. I'll go and I'll grab some sheets from the barracks, and I'll come back and I'll try and collect as many as I can.
Would Xander...
I'll collect.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'll collect as much as I can, and then I just want to check out like the engine of the gun, and then like I'm good.
Okay. Would Xander care that this is ridiculously disgusting?
Oh yes. Well, I was gonna have this end and have Xander be like, "Wow, I've really come a long way.
With throwing up at nothing in the beginning?
I didn't even really throw up. Like I didn't really think.
Age old. That's so good.
Just have him get through the event through sheer power of will, and then once he doesn't have to focus, he loosens up and just absolutely lets loose.
Just like does he tell anyone, and does anyone help him, or is he just doing this by himself?
I would have probably been helping him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hold it up and
Carefully
I'll explain the bead to him. You can see like some sweat coming down, like it's disgusting. There's steam rising off the body, like it's definitely gross, but like you can tell he's holding it in. Like he's trying to lock in so bad so he doesn't throw up on this thing.
Like I don't want to just continue rattling on about like describing how disgusting it is. I just hope that I'm conveying to you that
it's a pile of melting flesh.
Oh no,
it's
you
very
are
disgusting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Yeah. Xander will take 2 of the Soulium orbs and plug his nose.
Oh.
I do it.
Wow. I want that
most
picture.
dangerous
I want that
nose plug
artwork.
ever.
I want that artwork.
One question I do have of this thing with it in its melting state and possibly when we hit it and stuff, did it bleed normally? Or was it operating differently at this point?
When you hit it, was it bleeding?
At any point, does it have blood like a normal creature, or has it been altered to not have blood?
No,
okay,
it definitely has blood. It's bleeding all over the place.
Bloody and visceral in the traditional sense.
It's a giant, oversized, engorged human with
yeah. I just
beads
wanted to clarify whether it had been changed enough to not have any blood or something weird. If it was like replaced with I don't know, energy veins or whatever
it's
nonsense.
Still, I would say it's like 65% human.
Yeah.
Even though it's way oversized, gigantic, obviously.
Yeah. What? So it's a messy process digging these things out on top of the melting.
Mm-hmm. Yes, liquefying human.
Yep.
Very toxic. Anyways, each of you roll 3d20 for me. This will be the number. This will be the total number of beads.
You know what? Let's do it over here.
3d20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Excuse?
Wait.
There's no way.
My God.
Freaking way. No.
There's no
way. No way. What?
That's the most insane roll I've ever had. Huh?
What? You gotta screenshot that.
Oh yeah.
I thought I was being generous. I mean, 3d20 is pretty good, I mean, but I don't know what to tell you.
That is
That's-
a 1 in 8,000 chance,
I don't know what
dude.
to tell you.
That is
Yeah, that's astronomical
ridiculous.
odds. What in the
Mm.
world?
I don't know.
Give me
what to tell
320s,
you.
320s. Oh,
No,
that's not very good either.
Not great. Wow. I mean, you could have possibly had 120 and you walked away with 25, and that's you.
Not
Unless-
pointing fingers, but hey.
What the? I've got 3 fingers, and this accounts for each of my die rolls.
I tried.
What the heck?
I tried
That's
to give you more.
nuts.
I was gonna have you roll 2d20 each, and then I'm like, wait, the average of that's not enough. I want you to have more of them. So then I did 3d20, and it
Still wasn't enough.
yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane.
Okay. Who's keeping track of 25 Soulium beads?
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. What?
Crazy work.
Recovered from the cyborg. You really should have gotten more than that, but it is what it is. The dice tell the story. So,
They tell something. What the heck? 3 nat ones in a. Okay,
That's
I'm
insane.
never rolling with Foundry's rolls.
come
That's
on.
the first and only
you're like
time
the 80th
I'm ever
person to
using
ever
that.
Say that. Come on.
I'm just gonna go back to using D&D Beyond's digital dice
Okay.
because that's insane.
I like being able to see the
I'm
rolls.
not
come
gonna
through.
taint that.
It's not like
I'm not gonna taint that.
it's not like there's some kind of algorithm. Except there is an algorithm, and it's.
That's exactly what it is, actually.
If I'm not mistaken,
it's just.
if I'm not mistaken, the Foundry thing is an actual true dice roll, and the D&D Beyond one is a
doesn't do
random
it.
number generator. I'm pretty sure Foundry.
No,
is a
D&D
true-
Beyond is an actual. Also,
D&D
I don't
Beyond
know
is
if about.
actual physical object it makes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have
it
their
is.
own physics
like
engine.
a 3D, yeah,
Gotcha.
physics engine's 3D
Okay,
space
because Foundry
that it
is
actually
that.
rolls a dice.
Foundry is that as well.
As well.
So,
Right.
Okay.
because that's why people trust it, which is why the 3 natural ones is an actual real roll.
This is insane.
Okay,
That
let's
is
move on
crazy.
past this ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know if
phenomena.
Eric's going to be able to.
No,
do that.
I'm in shock
Yeah.
for the rest of this.
The only other thing I
session.
want to do
What?
is check the engine on the thing on the gun.
Okay.
But then I'm good.
The beads are being funneled into this weapon. It was something that was created by Clovis. You could ask Clovis about it, but he doesn't remember, even though he does kind of remember. But it was using Veritasian technology that was found in the cave when they got here. We'll just say that, and that's why this is their first thing. The cannon could probably be recovered if you spent a lot of time reverse engineering it and like ripping it off of the body and like taking it. Maybe it could eventually be affixed to the puddle jumper as a weapon. That'd be pretty cool. It looks like it would fit on the puddle jumper. You have a disintegration
Be a
ray.
huge energy drain.
It would be a huge energy drain. Yep. Because the body is no longer producing Soulium beads to feed the cannon. So, but it is something that you could use, but it would take a lot of time, like days.
Sure.
And
Could at
but
least take it and put it on the pedal jumper
Now-
for now.
now that you've seen the technology, you could. It's very heavy. I mean, Garen and Darrow could probably.
We've got a
carry it.
Garen.
Several.
We've got
Not so much
Garen.
Darrow anymore. He's
It's-
yeah.
lithe, not tough.
Dude,
The
that would
cannon
make the
itself-
puddle jumper work so much harder to put it on the puddle jumper.
The cannon itself probably weighs close to 900 pounds. Maybe not that much. Maybe 600 or 700.
What is
but,
his?
His strength.
Yeah, Gale alone wouldn't be able to do it. His push, drag, lift capacity is 600 pounds.
It's close. It's close.
We don't also have Bigby's hand.
Yeah, we could make it work if we really wanted to bring him with us.
I'm not sure that it's
So
worth it.
that's up to you. But
Not with any immediate plans to make use of it. I don't think.
it's
Looking at it now,
technology
it's probably
that
not.
has not been seen elsewhere. Through all of the Veritasian technology that you've seen, but it being fully intact and it obviously not having disintegrated could be reverse engineered / attached to something. It is not. That's a very interesting point that I myself had not considered, that this technology had not been reverse engineered and is not on the mech. The mech is like your traditional missile launcher, Gatling gun
Yeah.
type thing. This is not on the mech.
You know what?
This isn't found elsewhere. So
I can cast teleportation circle again. We just push it through.
Yeah.
Victor,
If you want to spend the, yeah.
I
if you
mean,
wanna spend
we're
the
not doing
slot,
anything
be
else.
You're gonna put a
hey,
disintegration
Thask,
beam
here's
on
one more
Victor?
thing we found, by the way. It may have some grossness attached to it, but don't mind that. Just
Right.
wipe
Yeah,
that off.
don't mind the fleshy bits.
Yeah.
Oh man, guys, the end of the campaign. Once they've reverse engineered everything, you've got Star Wars ships flying in the sky. There's battle going on in the sky while you're fighting it down
mean,
below.
Tim,
Palpatine
we
returned.
all of us know deep in your heart that you want this to be a Spelljammer campaign.
He really wants to do
If
sci-fi
campaign
at some
2 was a
point.
continuation of campaign 1, and like you picked up with new characters from the point, or like 20 years after campaign 1 in
Oh yeah,
Novus,
it'd be a space
it would be space
sci-fi.
campaign, for sure. We'd start in Novus, and then we'd take off and go to space for sure. Yeah.
That reminds
But-
me, I need to pledge my Neon Odyssey thing. Anyway.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I mean, how much of this is a skeleton? Do we have to push the whole thing through, or can we just push the necessary bits of the gun through?
You could. I mean, the gun is fully functional, fed by the organic material that was kind of like inserted inside of it, kind of like an arm. Not kind of like an arm,
Okay.
definitely like
Yep.
an arm.
Write out a bunch of notes. Stick that note in a.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll stick 10 of the Soulium beads. Actually, you know what? I'll give 15 because I'm not gonna use them most of the time. I'll give them 15 beads, so I'll have 10 left on me that I can
Okay.
use as catapult nukes. And I'll write down notes about the circumstances and what it was, and then I'll say any unanswered questions, ask Victor, and I'll have Garen and
I would-
Darrow.
I'd
help-
definitely say message Thask to make sure he knows.
Oh
not
yes,
just
yes,
surprise.
yes. Yeah.
'Cause if they've already like left and it just
Right.
shows up in the SGO, somebody's like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, what's this?"
Yeah.
Disintegration laser beam.
Yeah, I'll message Thask and I'll let him know huge asset coming through. Could be reverse engineered. Get your best people on it.
And Victor.
And get your strongest people to move it.
Right. Mm-hmm. Good.
And then I'll push it through.
Okay.
So I'll
And
burn
10
I'll burn my spell slots for that.
Another 10-minute casting time, right? Or is it 1 minute?
It's 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. Teleportation circle. Yep. Yeah, and it can't. It can be objects. It doesn't have to be creatures. It's just a portal. It doesn't have to be creatures that walk through.
Yeah, I think
Any
it just opens the
creature,
portal.
it says any creature that enters the portal instantly appears within 5 feet of the destination circle in the nearest unoccupied space. That space is occupied. I mean, I don't know. I feel like we should be able to push things through it as well.
Sure. I agree.
That's the way I feel about it. It's up to you though.
No, that's fair. Okay. So the gun or the giant laser gets pulled through, and gate closes, and it is now just a liquefied pile of flesh on the ground. Crushed Soulium beads and otherwise still kind of littering the ground and the body. Yeah.
Now that
think,
it's through, Xander will throw up on the floor.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. Yeah, and now that the conclusion of that has happened, I think that's a really good place to go ahead and take our break. So, returning to the Trouvaille Infernium, the Soulium beads just having been extracted from the Cyclops or the Cyborg. Sorry, not the Cyclops, Cyborg. And the shard having been recovered, a boon to Clovis and the group, mostly to Clovis. There's one NPC I forgot to delete out of the Hall of Provisions that I just noticed, just hiding off in the corner over there. Yeah, that is primarily the conclusion of this third chainless base. Is there anything else that anybody needed to do or wanted to do as far as investigating, searching? Because this is the conclusion of Clovis's arc at this point. Perhaps there would be some conversations on the puddle jumper on the way to Hyalus. Clovis doesn't seem to be super interested in discussing anything, but you know, that it was a lot of information in a very short period of time, kind of dispersed to him, eyes being opened. So at this point in the journey, it being about 5 p.m., 5:30 in the evening, dinner time, everyone having taken their long rest except for Razier and Blackstar and having gotten their level up, where would you like to go from here?
Back to the puddle jumper.
Do we take 2 hours to move Earth and seal the entrance?
I don't think we need to at this point.
Alright.
Nah, I think it's pretty cleared out. And besides, we told Thask about that other room and what's here. You might want to send people here. Don't need to make it hard for them to get in when it's pretty well hidden, and it's unlikely somebody will stumble in here. And even if they do, ain't going to find much.
Okay.
And unless anybody else can think of something, I think we're pretty well done here. Head back to the jumper and figure out where we're heading next. Well, which direction at least. We're going
We
to
should
Hyalus
really-
next, right?
We should get like beds or something installed in this thing. Can we like make it like a luxury edition jumper
Luxury
at some
edition.
point? Like,
I think the problem is just space. Not quite enough of that.
can we
Yeah.
pocket dimension a thing inside the puddle jumper? Is that
Pocket.
Xander?
mean-
Could you pocket dimension inside the? I just, you know, if we're gonna spend weeks at a time flying around, could we like make it more comfortable?
More homey.
I mean, the whole thing with this is we got to stop and let it charge up. So it's kind of like camping every time. So we just have that
That's-
set up.
That's true.
I mean, you could invest in a real nice like tent and like a real fancy comfy cot and get yourself
Like-
all comfortable when we do camp out.
Like camping with style, like glamour camping,
Yeah,
Glamping.
Glamping.
glamping. Oh, I like that. I bet people would invest in that.
You would be
I-
surprised by the amount of people who would invest in that.
I would not be at all surprised. I'm going to look into this glamping. That's an excellent. I bet Hyalus would have some things that I could use for glamping. Would
probably.
need like an instant magical pop-up tent that, you know, sleeps 10 but is only for me.
Like a magnificent mansion.
No, why it
Xander
wouldn't need to
picked
be the
that
size
up.
of a
Level 7
mansion.
spell.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to do that. Pick up new spells.
See, you can't rely on
Do you-
anyone else. I'll just get my tent for 10 people meant for
That's
one.
right. Let me go and do that.
Or is it going to be like
Something
what
to
if
keep in
I
mind and look
read
for.
that in a book once? Like on the outside, the tent was like a regular tent, but you went inside it was like a huge, like almost like a house. Was-
Oh.
Barry Otter, I think, something like
No,
that.
no, it was Perry Hodder.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
a
that one.
romance novel. I read that one. Perry Hodder in the Chamber of Secrets.
Secrets.
That's in the title. There's an ellipses. Chamber of
Chamber of
dot dot
Secrets.
secrets.
It was a good one. Yeah, you're right though. I think that was. Oh, I want that now in my life. I want to do that in Hyalus. It's fine. I want to have something either made or. Why shouldn't I camp comfortably?
I think Blackstar's favorite book in that series should be Perry Hodder and the Goblet in the Mire. That should definitely be his favorite.
Harry Potter.
In the mire.
Goblet in the Mire.
Right
Dumbledore
then.
and said, "Did you put your name in that?"
Or
Oh.
the Chamber and Beacon.
Harry Potter grasped him by the arm and said, "Did you put your name in that chamber?"
Garen's is his favorite is the Sorcerer's Stone, obviously.
Because he
And-
thinks
Hey,
it's
that's
about a rock.
Clovis's favorite as well.
Harry Potter, the Sorcerer's Stones.
That's the steamiest one.
That's the It really kicked it off. Honestly, I had to tone it back after the first one, otherwise.
Mhm.
I wanted to reach a broader audience, and so they had to dampen their aspirations a tiny bit.
Okay. You gather your things. You contemplate
Mhm.
all that went down within this relatively short, the shortest of all of the excursions that you've had of this nature. And you say goodbye to the Trouvaille Infernium, exiting out, back out into the valley. Ascending back up the mountain. Go back to this map with the ridiculous templates that are drawn on it and everything.
Microwave we made.
The microwave. However it is that you get back up to the puddle jumper matters not, but you do because there is no impedance in this way. It is drawing close to evening. There's a beautiful sunset far off in the distance somewhere, kind of painting the colors of the sky, various colors. I said the word colors twice. And you get back up to the puddle jumper and settle in for the journey towards your next destination, which is hypothetically Hyalus.
Hypothetical
I would
Hyalus.
say that since we have the opportunity and we knew it was relatively close that the army had set out, perhaps we would do a scouting sweep along towards the northern end of the desert before we hit Hyalus. Just to go up to the edge of the caldera, and then go along the north side of it just to see if we can see where they're at. If we
Sure. Keep in mind,
can.
with the size of the desert as it is, and the speed at which the puddle jumper travels
day
to
to
get
get
to
to
the
the
northern
mountain
section
edge.
there. It's 60 miles. It's 10 miles per hour. So that's 6 hours just to get to the northern edge. You have to also calculate fuel, and then it would be another 6 hours to Hyalus.
Yeah.
So 12-hour round trip north and then back south again.
Yeah, I'm just saying that would be the only thing I could think of that we would do where we wouldn't just head straight to Hyalus. From where
and
we're
then
at.
if you do that, just keep in mind
Doo-doo.
it is about from where you'd be about 65 or so miles, 60, almost 70 miles to see River. Because that's, or you're just scouting on this army that's traveling across the caldera, or you're scouting on River and the army that's stationed there.
No. Just doing a sweep of the caldera to see if we can catch the army, depending on when they left. Try and get a timetable of that so we can pass on some information.
Gotcha.
And no need to go past the caldera. Once they're past the mountains, they're basically in River territory, and it's like whatever. But just to, if we can, while they're in the desert, get some eyes on them.
Okay.
In case Thaskus wants to mobilize something to intercept a part of the army or something. Just while we've got the opportunity and the timetable to go check. We spent a couple days in the Infernium, but maybe we catch a glimpse of them. It's just while we've got the chance and the mobility with the jumper to go take a look in case we do see them, just so we can scout. Not necessarily deal with them, but to be able to pass on that information to Thask, and then make our way to High Alice.
Okay.
Because we do have stuff to do there.
Okay. All right.
And like it might be too late. They might have already gotten out of the caldera, but that's what we'd be going to find out. I'm not saying we're doing that. I'm just saying that's the only thing I can think of to go do, other than just going straight to High Alice.
Xander, make an intelligence check for me.
Sure can.
Oh, he's bad at those.
21.
21. Enough time has passed since you arrived, because the army had already departed and had been departed for maybe an hour when you were arriving at the time, and enough time has transpired where they would have been able to make it all the way across the entire caldera and out into the forest on the northern side by the time you're leaving the Infernium. So it is not, you would not be able to catch up to them within the caldera.
I see no point.
All right.
Unless we want to go sandworm spotting or something.
I'll put down the makeshift thumper that I had created out of the leftover scraps.
Mm-hmm. Clovis
Summon a
could
grandfather worm.
help everyone make a Soulium powered pod racer, and you could race across the dunes.
This is.
Wait a minute, this guy cooked.
Right,
Hold
that's
on.
really good.
That is really cool.
Forget a flying ship. Land speeder. Yeah.
Mhm. Dodging and weaving between
Into the
sandworms.
Bunda League Classic, you know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then yeah, I guess we're basically just heading to High Alice.
Okay. All right. It's about a 40-mile trek at 10 miles an hour. That is about a 4-hour flight.
How convenient.
How much? Why is it convenient?
Because he can long rest. in
Long
4
rest in
Take a
hours.
long
hours.
rest.
Oh.
I had a thought. During the 6 hours we waited for that thing to die, would be enough time if Blackstar was tired at that point for him to do his sleeping, and then 2 hours of light downtime before gives us his long rest. If he wanted to take that, and then I can do mine now.
All right.
Black Star absolutely did.
All right. Roll. So I mean, let's be honest. Technically, no. But I'm gonna have you roll a d20, and if you roll higher than a 2, then you get your long rest in the time that you were here.
Don't say
Don't do what I did and roll 3 at once.
Yeah, I saw that happen, and now I'm concerned because
So
I've clearly just been cursed.
Technically, rules is written and all that.
Nice.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome.
Rules is written. What happened? No,
No,
if it's
it's
not
fine.
rules is written.
It's fine. Doesn't matter.
I can just
I am
wait.
the rules. I am the rules as written.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. Don't worry about
You
it.
are the rule.
It's a,
All right, Judge Dredd.
the law.
I am the law.
it's an 8. That's the mechanic that I designed in this moment.
Higher than a
I
2.
do it all the time. Okay, you get your long rest.
I'd
Everybody
do it again.
levels up. It would be nice to have everybody arriving at high LS completely leveled up. That would be good. Not that you're gonna face some kind of giant combat upon entering high LS. That would be crazy.
Not at all.
So
Immediate gang war in High Alice.
yeah, because there's gangs and factions within. Well, there's gangs in high LS.
They're there.
Um,
They're just all like posh and like well mannered.
They're the kind
awesome.
who
I really
who
want
are
that.
like from those
Yeah.
old movies.
Yeah, it's sharks and jets.
Yeah. I
West Side
love that you
Story
guys have
place.
no idea. You have no idea what's in Hyalis. I love it.
I have
Garen's family.
I have a vibe and a theme in my head, but it's not going to match up at all. I'm sure.
Yeah. This is the
Um,
same feeling that I got before you guys got to Tel Noro, where I knew everything that was in Tel Noro and none of you knew anything, and I loved introducing it and getting into it, and then everyone else
Yeah.
also loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the one session I get before everyone else knows a lot about what I know.
The moment before the
I love it.
reveal.
Yeah, exactly. So that long rest. Jason, were you gonna say something?
well, I was going to talk about the puddle jumper, but
Okay. Yeah. No, I do want to talk about the puddle jumper. Yep, and the fuel and all that.
yeah.
Did we
Well,
determine
we would be
how
full,
it recharges? Because it sat dormant out on the top of the cliff in
While
full sun.
stationary and off, it can recover 30 Soulium a day. It recovers 2.5 Soulium an hour. A hex is 20 miles.
2.5 Soulium an hour. Okay. It was in its state for about 18 hours. There wasn't full sun for all that time, so we're gonna call it 13 hours, which is 2.5 times is 32 and a half. Just round it up to 33 is fine. So it
Okay.
regains 33 over the time that it sat there. So
Okay.
what-
So
how
we're
are we
basically at
looking?
full tank.
Yeah.
193 out of 200.
Gotcha. Cool. Yep. And it is 1 Soulium per 1 mile, so it is a 40-mile trek to Hyalis, so you'll be at 153, which is, I mean, this thing's been pretty good so far.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
pretty
for
good.
short little
Pretty good.
travels and straight shots, avoiding danger and all that. It's kind of boring. I'm sure Blackstar is probably tearing his fiery hair out. Not a whole lot to do up here. But you fly, or we'll say it hums to life as you all climb back up and clamber inside. Blackstar relegating himself to the side where he'd like to sleep, and or not sleep, but just do light activities as he finishes his long rest within this puddle jumper. And on the journey there, there's very little that happens. It is nighttime. Don't forget, it's past dinner time. It's by the time you get in the air, you're driving. You're probably going to be arriving by somewhere around between 10:30 and 11:30 at night. It's going to be dark. The moon does come out. It kind of casts this light across the caldera, the dunes, casting shadows and little bits of, I don't want to say fog, but just not mist either, but sand clouds that are kind of obscuring parts of the desert, and it is quite a sight to behold. You've spent now quite a bit of time in the caldera, just in cities and inside of places, but you've seen a good amount of it, and it's awe-inspiring. And at the height and the direction you're traveling, you're above the mountain ranges. Looking down, you can see the fragrant bayou, which you've not seen previously. At least, maybe some characters have seen it or heard about it, but looking down on it, that isn't your destination. But it's interesting to see the different topography and the mists covering the lands of the bayou, and Rathicus far, far, far beyond. A large volcano poking its head above the top of the clouds far to the south as you're traveling. And it's a clear enough sky above the clouds themselves that allow you to see the things that are higher than the clouds themselves. But what conversations, if any, would take place in this 4-hour travel period?
What is our goal? What we're doing in Hyalis?
I mean, probably should.
That's Garen.
We'll look over at Garen.
For that.
Yeah, be like just to lay out our goals for ourselves, so we're not just gonna wander around the city.
Okay.
I mean,
It's not a
Like
conversation
deal
we
with the
can have
chainless
right now.
presence.
just obviously without him here, like deal with chainless presence. Make sure his family and his folks are okay. And
Check out the primordial beneath.
yeah, check out the primordial. I think that's it.
As far as big ticket items, I think those were our main things: is primordial, chainless. Check on his family, and then any other stuff that might pop up while we're there.
Did Garen share the vision he had of what was potentially happening within Hyalis with the group?
I don't think so.
I don't know if you recall what I'm referring to. The darkened creatures that were coming through cracks in the ground and coming up and attacking
Yeah,
Lyra.
I don't think he ever did.
He never shared that with the group?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, then, as far as the group is concerned, you don't know any potential anything. In fact, Garen hasn't really talked about... He's talked about some things, but not about what might potentially be going on in Hyalus and what things might need to be dealt with and or looked into. So...
Yeah, we might have to do a little bit of pre-Hyalus conversations when Jay's back with us.
Yeah.
In whatever next that session is.
Mm-hmm.
I did have a question that I was going to ask you, Tim, before we are done. What is 13? Is level 13 the next level that our fabled items get another upgrade?
That is a great question.
The answer is yes.
Pretty sure it is.
The answer is hopefully, because the pattern so far has been every 4 levels, and our last one is at 9. And I vaguely remember 13 being a...
I think it's. I think the next one is
17.
after 13 is 17, and then there is not a 20.
Yeah.
It's just 17, and it ends at 17. Okay. That is what we're gonna go ahead and call it. No, I'm just joking. Let me look this up real quick here.
No loot for you.
This is an old document. I mean, it's quite old. It's back when I was using Microsoft Word. Why? No. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. We no longer have the Healer's Hand amulet, correct? That was a Duke item.
That was
correct?
Duke.
Okay. Where's the loot channel? There it is. Blood Moon Orb. Is
Yeah,
that
that's
Me.
okay?
That's me. My extra dark vision orb.
I have not looked at this nor thought about it for quite some time. If something needs to be addressed or dealt with on anything that I'm copy pasting here, because I'm not reading it before copy pasting it. This is from, again, it's like the 5th time I'm saying it. It's from a long time ago. This is
Yep.
the.
A long
I'm
time
gonna type
ago,
it.
in a Word
Blood
document far, far away.
Orb. So if something doesn't make sense, we'll talk about it later. Don't bother bringing it up now. Is the Sovereign Scepter something that someone is holding?
That was Louise.
Okay. Wanderer's Book.
That's me.
Zender.
Okay.
To a maximum of 20.
Oh my gosh, another plus. Holy moly.
Yeah, but to a maximum
only
of
20.
20.
Wolf's
rip.
Howl Ring. That was Thrall, right?
Trell. Oh.
Does Blackstar have a fabled item?
Had a
Mhm.
cloak, right?
Ah, that sucks.
A Phantom Veil.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to remind me where you picked that up. Because that's not on the... Wait, is it? Oh, it is here. Never mind.
Oh, thank God, because I do not know where I got this from.
Yeah, it was trying to.
Sucks.
What's that?
My
It was
my
it was
boost.
from the SGO Youth of Veil.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Oh snap.
Oh my god,
Holy.
that one's ridiculous.
Jeez.
Are you
That's
kidding me?
That's a potent upgrade there. Holy moly.
Tim, speaking of
Uh-huh.
like leveled upgrades, Eric mentioned it when I got it. The greater aberrant powers. It's an optional rule, and
Oh yeah. For the Dragon Mark feats,
Yeah.
they can
Yeah,
upgrade
the last part.
if you go with that route.
Do we do that?
That's what I talked about with you, Tim.
It's a conversation we can have at a later date. Felix, you have to take the initiative to reach out to me should you choose
Yeah.
to have that conversation and
Well,
plan
I
that
need to
for the future.
Well, it's up to you. Do I roll a die?
About
Because it says has a 10% chance of gaining the. It's not guaranteed.
per level up, right? I'm sorry, Jason. You literally just said, "Yeah, this is the thing we talked about," and I'm like, "Duh." In this instance, because you leveled up after you got it, yes.
Right. So I'll roll percentile die and.
Yep.
10 or below.
Yep.
Or unless you want to do 20.
Let's
or
do
40.
let's do the high end.
That's 40.
So it would have been the high end would have been 90 or above,
90.
right?
Dice.
I got 40.
Yeah, let's
Right.
just always keep things on the high end if we can, just because it's
All right.
better, fun. more
Walking
fun.
speed stack, right?
Yep.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, that's
you
just a
want
plus
50?
10 to your movement.
Okay.
Dude,
Does anybody?
And you can move
hold
through
on. Hold
creatures.
on. Does anybody remember? Does Oh no, Darrow had a glaive.
Right.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
No longer has
Yeah.
a glaive.
No, he has his.
Doesn't he have like a bow and arrow
He
now or
does have
something
a
like
bow. He does. It's a different thing altogether. What is this? That's that. That's that. The only thing we're missing is the
Garen's.
which
Garen's
is the
Stone Fists.
Is it?
Or whatever they're
Is it
called.
the? No, it's not. Is it the gauntlets of the Earthshaker?
Earthshaker? I think, yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
And then we're done, right?
doesn't.
Yeah.
I think Darrow has one.
I don't think he does.
Lyria's
His only
gift
fancy thing is
isn't
his-
that.
Right.
Oh, Bracer of Ganis Brielle, because it talks about levels in that one. That's why I'm wondering.
Oh yeah, maybe that is.
dude, what? I get to succeed on an Arcana, History, Nature, or Religion check, and there's people out here getting actual earthquakes and plus 10 bonuses
I'm just saying,
to their walking.
if you don't want it, I'll take it. Because guaranteed the Arcana check for me is insane.
Hey, I
mean,
at least you
crazy
got
for-
something.
for
I
all
got
of us.
4 spells I can cast that aren't real spells that I don't actually have,
Yeah.
or an AOE around me thing for the super far range character.
The dude who's 40 miles away.
Yeah.
The 17th level effect for the Wanderer's book is so unbelievably ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I don't care. I'm just playing.
I mean, all of the 17th level features are crazy,
I would
but
think.
specifically for the Wanderer's book is really ridiculous. So, and these are all directly out of this is the Vault of Magic from Cobalt Press, the original. That's what these are. So, I think that covers all of the magic items. If I'm missing Darrow's, I feel bad, but I'm pretty sure when he was creating the new Darrow, he did not get a fabled item because it wouldn't make sense for his character to have one.
I mean,
So-
he does have.
He has something.
Does it
The
display?
Bracers of Ganis Brielle.
Yeah, those. I just
It has a 9th level.
and a 5th level.
It
'Cause
does.
As you increase, you gain the following benefits while wearing these bracers. 5th level.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then give me 2 seconds because we still have some time here. We're not.
Getting that fancy new macro set up with the extra.
Yeah.
What is it? Went from 1d6 to 2d6.
Yeah, nuts.
Nice.
It's
Is that
36.
every attack you get that, or is that a once per turn?
it's every attack.
Oh. Does it specify is with a weapon attack?
Yeah.
No, that thing is nuts. That thing is nuts.
Like anytime I'd make a melee attack is what it says.
No, man.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, when you hit with a melee weapon attack, yes. Which is good because I like doing that.
Because otherwise, Eldritch Blast.
All right, guys.
right?
What's it called?
Extra
Bracers of
2d6
what?
for Genisriel is what it's
Genisriel.
named in this. I don't know if that's the actual name.
For my fighting style, I took blind fight.
Nice.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
That's
Or you
almost
could
like
have
Devil's
you
Sight.
could have went
Right.
with defense to get the what 23.
I was
AC base.
that was my other thought. I was like, oh, let me just have 23 AC,
Yeah.
just absolutely nuts. But I was like, nah, let me just.
We've been dealing with enough darkness nonsense that it's time
Yes,
for Blackstar
correct.
to join the club of being able to see through the darkness spell.
Now
We're
I
really
know
just
they're
circling back
there.
to our original strats
Plans,
of
yeah.
blind the enemy and go to town.
Well, it's one of the standard curves where it's like darkness
Yeah.
and ping.
Bell curve.
Wait.
Yeah.
We need way more complicated plans. Darkness and
Darkness and
ping.
Yeah. Exactly. He found it. He's typing.
Typing. Zealous typing.
Who are you typing?
Oh, I hate the way this is formatted. Oh,
Did
God.
you guys have
What the-
Zellers in the US, or is that a Canadian thing?
Zell?
Have what?
Zellers.
Zellers?
Zellers?
Yeah, kind of like Target. Because
No.
I just saw Tim's name and it reminded me of it.
No, we do not have Zellers.
I apologize for
think
the formatting of this.
Iconic Canadian discount department store, founded in 1931.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were bought out by Target.
Whoa!
What?
What?
Okay. Oh, it's just a +1 there. Action. Giant slaying.
Oh my goodness.
It's kind of cool.
Dude,
That's not too crazy.
I get
I
a
mean-
success on an Arcana check.
Jason, if you don't want that, I'll take that.
It's just a +1 extra bonus to attack and damage rolls and an arrow of giant slaying.
Which
So just a
Have we-
+1 and then a
have we met
very
giants
situational
after
ammo.
like what, the 10th session?
We made friends with them.
Well, you didn't go. I mean, you know where they
Mhm.
exist. They're in the forest to the west of
Yeah.
Telnoro, but you didn't go there. Oh, actually, you saw them. You saw them.
Not
Yeah.
Telnoro,
They
Beacon.
carried us to safety.
No, that's
Yeah, there's those ones. There's the ones east of Beacon and the South Holt.
Northolt.
Um,
Southholt.
okay.
No,
Okay,
it's the South
let's.
Holt.
I think
We can go
we're
to
good.
North Holt.
I think we're good.
Tim,
Yeah.
Tim, do you wanna end it here, or do you wanna end it by answering a question that I would like to ask the Wanderer's book?
Oh boy.
Or you ask it, let them prepare for the next week and get your answer next week.
It'll depend on the question, but I do my best work off the cuff when I've had like 3 or 4 or 5 drinks. So you
So,
you go ahead.
How
and
many have
ask-
you had so far?
The Wanderer's book.
I'm
The
on my
Wanderer's
4th
book.
right now.
All right, good.
It says by spending 10 minutes studying the Wanderer's book, you recall obscure facts, tales, or lore about a person, place, or object as if you had cast a legend, lore, spell.
Just remember
It
what
also
happened when you asked
says-
us about the paradox.
The book contains in-depth accounts of one person's journey exploring the world. Only you can read these contents. All others, blah, 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 blah. The question that I am asking, using the features of this book, is... using the information available to me and by casting this legend lore spell, who owned this book before me?
Technically, the chainless, right?
Is that a question that the book can answer?
It says I can ask it about a person, place, or object as if I had cast the legend lore spell. The subject of your research doesn't have to be of legendary importance, but the more historically significant the subject, the more information the book can reveal. But it doesn't say anything about not being able to use it about itself.
And
So
I
you're-
just shared legend lore and the chat if you want to check it out.
We've done this before. I appreciate you sharing that, though. Now, your question is slightly ambiguous because when you said it, did you mean who all owned this book before
So,
me, or the person directly before you who owned this
Yeah,
book?
I mean, traditionally, when I've asked the book these kinds of questions, I've gotten like an overview history. So
True.
that's what I'm aiming for.
Gotcha. It's funny because I never thought that you would ever ask this question. It is a very good question. Who's rolling?
Don't
We're
worry.
Me.
rolling radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got smite now.
He's killing Xander before Xander can ask. He'd know too much.
He's reached the level. It's time for
Yeah,
double smites.
I'm gonna start spamming full person. Watch me.
I got the spell slots to already pump my 5.
You thought we were doing damage before.
Yeah.
Hold person ever goes off or hold monster ever goes off.
boy.
Oh no.
He's gonna straight up nuke people.
Black Star has become death. Destroyer of worlds.
I forgive you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, he sent
Uh-oh.
you a huge paragraph.
Yeah, also
Receive
the
my
music.
forgiveness.
The music changed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sitting in the puddle jumper in the middle of the evening, the stars above and the moon casting shadows across the dunes within the caldera, Xander opens the book and looks through its pages and ponders and thinks to himself, I have this question to ask. Does Xander verbally ask this question out loud?
For the drama of it, no.
Okay. What are the exact words that Xander utters in his head?
Oh, you know what? Actually, it does say verbal somatic material, but it's a
That's for
book.
the spell itself.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's
right,
the book.
'cause
The
it
book
says
operates differently, as if
Yeah.
you had cast. But
Yeah.
I will say, what is the history of those who had the Wanderer's book before me?
Okay. Blackstar sits off to the side, trying to catch some shut-eye. Xander is actually up at the cockpit near Darrow, because Xander's actually the one who is piloting the puddle jumper, and Darrow can kind of take over as needed because he's the only other one who's fully trained to operate this thing. But it's traveling in a fairly straight direction. Everybody else towards the back of the puddle jumper. Black smoke begins to erupt from the book that Xander is holding and completely encompasses him for a full 6 seconds. But for Xander, a much longer period of time transpires as he's completely engulfed and obfuscated by this black smoke that pours from it. And Xander, your eyes roll in the back of your head and you're locked into place as your eyes go white and you are in someone else's body, because the question you've asked and the combination of you being the person that's holding this causes your latent oracle abilities to come forward, because this specific question involves looking through someone else's eyes, multiple someone else's eyes. The first pair of eyes, as you open them, looking down at the same book with smaller hands, hair falling past your face as you're looking down, pages kind of moving forward. You see well manicured nails, and the book finally closes, and your eyes, and you're not in control at this moment, although you've gained that ability. In this particular instance, you don't have control and won't for the duration of this vision. Looking up, the frustration comes over you, your eyes furrow, and you look up at the telescope in front of you, and you ask yourself, why? aren't the answers in this book that you're looking for. And you look up through, the telescope comes near to your left eye, you squint the right eye as you're looking through it, and you look up and you see little dots in the night sky, similar to the one you were looking at through the puddle jumper, as little beads of light kind of blink, different colors in the sky as they're flying by. You have no idea who you are. But with your brief view of the constellations in the sky, past whatever these things are that are in the air, that are flying by, this is perhaps 100 years ago. Everything goes dark again as your eyes peel away. And you have a fleeting suspicion as to who this might have been, this last person whose eyes you were looking through.
A certain luchador.
Next, you're looking through the eyes of someone who's in a cold region, trudging through the snow, individuals in front of them, looking for a safe place to rest for the evening. A certain group of adventurers, much, much younger than you remember them. But the region they're in, you remember very well. An elf with blonde hair ahead of you, and looking down at your side as the Wanderer's Book is belted to the side of your satchel that's affixed to your body that has 4 legs and 2 arms. Trying to find warmth in the forest. What's interesting about this is this should be going backwards in time. You're not sure if this has gone forwards or backwards, but you're fairly certain that the group gathered around the campfire in the cold north near Nix Ruinum, the person who you are, is a member of the Raiders of Nix Ruinum.
Rodestra.
Yes. Which is mind-boggling. Because if Jupiter Keepdown was the most recent owner to this, how is it possible that she was the previous owner to Jupiter Keepdown? It goes a bit further back as the darkness comes over you again, and you're sitting in a castle keep high in the sky, looking out over a gloriously modern city beneath you. Silver and black hair locks fall down to the sides, and yet again, well taken care of hands that have seen a lot of history. Gray hands. Slow breathing comes to you, and a sight you'd hoped never to see ever again, as the figure whose eyes you're looking through sits in their study and looks at their long mirror over to the side and scowls as they realize that they're looking at you as you are looking at them. And you look at the astral elven form of Veriloth, who sits at his desk in the high tower within the city of Aeon.
Oh, snap!
Holds the Wanderer's Book. He scowls for a moment and waves his hand over the book, and the book disappears. And he smiles, nods towards you, himself, in the mirror, and your vision goes away. And you're back in the bottle jumper. There's only been 3 previous owners of this book, one of which was Veriloth. And that has been the case since the very beginning. And you've been carrying this book. It's almost like none of the other fabled items mattered, but he wanted this book to be in your hands. And you carry it. And it's almost like none of that mattered anymore at all, because his plans failed when you decided to step into the, what did I call them? The tubes? What are they called again? Not the reverberation tubes. The
resonance.
The resonance tubes. When you were fighting Vathos, which was the ultimate disconnection from Veriloth and the foiling of his plans. Thwart my plans. But he seems to have had a lot of things planned way before you knew anything. But you kind of reflect on that as you come back from it. And I could go into further descriptions as to what the Wanderer's Book was used for, but at least you have its previous owners. It didn't give you its original history and where it came from, but you can assume that if Veriloth was the last owner that displayed to you, it's possible this book came from the stars themselves.
Yeah.
Because he's from the stars and not from this earth.
Man, I mean, I get Jupiter, I get Veriloth, Rodestra. That weird. It's weird. It was all of them.
Crazy.
It was all of them. It was Phaon and
Yes.
Liliona and all and the rest of them.
Yep. And as your visions at sometimes show possible futures, possible pasts, maybe in this instance it got the order reversed. Jupiter should have, if Jupiter had this book, it should have been far before the Raiders of Nyxruinum had them. The versions of the Raiders were younger, probably even younger than you remember seeing them in Nyxruinum when you saw them there. They've been around for a long time, and the races that make up all of the Raiders of Nyxruinum are long-lived races. But that doesn't matter in Novus, because nobody should be more than 100 years old.
Right.
Unless they were brought back.
Okay.
Interesting.
And you also haven't run into the Raiders of Nyxruinum since episode 17.
The Rising Requiem.
Episode 17 or 18 or 19, somewhere in that
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's funny how this
Yeah.
this is the OG group. So, on that
Somehow
note,
still putting up with me.
did you have something? Did you going to relay any information or have any thoughts? Anything else that anyone else wanted to say to anyone else in this moment? I don't want to take away. This is a pretty cool thing. I've been holding on to that little tidbit. It's not even a big deal, but I've been holding on to that
it's
since
neat.
the
It's
since
neat.
the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, I will relay all of that probably in the next session, just because a visible black smoke came over my
That's true.
face.
Darrow would probably have something to say
Yeah.
about.
Yeah,
Say
at the
about
very
that.
least.
But it was
but-
one 6-second thing for him. It was probably 5 minutes for you.
Yeah.
5 to 10 minutes for you. So
Yeah. Yeah, if it's all the same to you guys, we can
Okay.
do a little thing in the beginning of the next session, just because I'm hoping
Yeah.
Chris could be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Jay
and
could be
back.
and hopefully Jay will
Jay
be
will be
here,
there.
and then
Yeah.
we can just kind of talk about it quick as a little neat thing, and then Hyalus will be upon us.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we knew Jay wasn't coming this week, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He did say
Message
unavailable.
us,
we
yeah.
can
He
talk
Yeah, he
about
mentions it.
other specifics.
Wednesday,
and,
Tuesday?
all that stuff after
Okay.
the session is officially ended.
Yeah.
But as
Oh,
you're
yeah.
traveling on your way, your 4-hour journey, we'll say for the sake of conversations that there's about 2 hours left in your journey before you actually arrive at Hyalus. Then you can pick a spot to land and all of that. But the beautiful night sky above you, the stars sparkling, and again the moon shining down, and all the thoughts and Clovis's backstory concluded, and behind you at this point on to Garen's. For tonight, that is where we will go ahead and call tonight's session.